here today. Hello, hi. I hope everyone's doing well. Hello, hello. Bye till next stream. Goodbye till next stream. But hello, the next stream is here. How's it going, everyone? I hope everyone's having an amazing stream. Welcome on in. 2 seconds. I just need to make sure that everything's going well for my first stream of the day. Let me just go in here and make sure that everything is in fact going really nice and well. Oh my god, welcome on in. It's been so long. Hello. So it's gonna be going down the glugler. What stream? I don't know what you're talking about. This is the only stream that I've done today. Hello. I'm bright and early. Oh my god, so many of you made it for like the first second of stream. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you so much for popping by. I appreciate it. Oh dear. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome. I know so many of us 1 minute in. It's funny because for me, I nipped by as I was like popping by and it was like 0. Oh,
we're good to see you for the first time today.
Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Oh my god, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Do you too? Thank you so much, Norman. It's very, you don't have to do that. You've already donated so much for charity. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. And oh my god, did you guys see? We hit 6K while I was offline. Amazing. Oh my god. Whoa, when did that happen? I did not see that coming, that's for sure. Whoa, I know, right? Oh my god. Clap, big clap. Actually, you might have missed it because it all happened while we were offline, but Normie actually made a huge donation that basically got us just before 6K, and then someone pushed us just over 6K. Wow. Yippee. Oh my god, mad! I can't believe it. I'm just kind of gutted I was offline when it happened. Crazy. That's... Damn it, it do really be like that sometimes, but it do. Oh my god. Mad. Normie, that was sneaky of you to do it while offline. I know, right? I mean, regardless, thank you very, very much, Normie, for the massive donation for BOOBTOBER. I do really appreciate it. It's very hecking kind of you. But can you believe, oh my god, while we were offline and everything. Oh dear. Yeah, this is definitely the best way of, you're not proud of part of your stream, just restart it. Give it another go. Maybe you'll go better the second time kind of thing. Oh, I already have some of this color. I want to do some shading. Good morning! Twitch on phones and a bit of poop. Oh, welcome on in, Anime. I hope you're doing well. Oh, it's been all right, thank you. I was sounding a little late this morning, but you know what? We are live. We made it. Even though we're a bit late, we made it. And would you believe that actually, it's kind of mad because I don't think that I'd really worked on it much since last time, but suddenly loads more stuff's been filled in on this embroidery. Like, I don't know when that happened, but crazy. Definitely didn't happen on Twitch. Oh, dear. There we go. Oh. There we are. Nice, man. It's crazy. I know, right? All this stuff's happening. Whoa. Oh, shoot. Should I post that I'm live in BOOBTOBER? I actually completely forgot to do that anyway. Oh well, that actually works out well because I never posted. So you know what? Which is fine because I've only just gone live, so I think it's fine. More pink embroidery. There we go. Wow. Did I also go live? Mental. I don't remember that. Working on some patterns for the school project. Oh, lovely. Hell yeah. That sounds pretty good. You know what I was thinking we should talk about today? Piss. You know, it's kind of weird, but like, do you guys have like weird deja vu where it's like I've already talked about piss today? Because like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm talking about piss off stream. Maybe that's what it is. I've gotten to the level where I'm just talking about it wherever I go. But I don't know, I'm having some weird deja vu today, to be honest, where it's like, I kind of deja piss. I kind of almost feel like I've already talked about it today, but I just, I can't find any evidence that that's the case. Like, oh dear. There we go. Nice. There we go. Oh. There we go. Oh, almost at 200? I know! It's mad! mad. It's mad. Also, I didn't mention this before, and now I can't get a clip of it because it definitely never happened on stream. But did you guys know? That even though I have not opened my fundraiser and that, you know, we've not done anything. What is this? What is this? Oi, 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 oi. And actually there's another one there. Happelin. What is that? What is this? And not that I would have seen the first one anyway. What is this? How dare? Who's been donating to the campaign while I've not even been live? Wow. Who needs a word ban? Who needs a word ban? All of us. All of us. And definitely them. My God, I can't believe it. Thank you so much, everyone who has donated to my own personal campaign, even though it is not open and has none of the rewards on it yet. I do really appreciate it. And obviously it all goes towards BCRF, which is raising money for the Breast Cancer Research Foundation so they can do even more work into breast cancer. I do really appreciate it. But also my campaign is not open yet. We pretend it's not there. There you go. Oh dear. Also, how do you do the counter thing? What I could do, Prismatics, because I'll be honest, I don't really know. Most of the time they're made by one of my mods because I am not very good with that sort of thing. What I might do is I can copy and paste like the code behind it, and then you can just edit it to be whatever you want to count. Because maybe you don't want to count donations of piss, you want to count something else. But I could just send you the one that I use, and then that would be the best explanation I can give you. I'm afraid. I'm sorry, because I don't actually know. I don't make them myself. Oh dear, I'm not very good with commands. The only time I can ever use a command is when I'm like literally Googling and watching a YouTube tutorial on how as the command is being made. Oh dear. Oh, Adashadow, take care! Good luck! I hope that it goes alright. Take care of yourself. You got this. You got this. I'm sure the cat has this as well. Probably the cat has this even more because cats feel like very organized creatures. You got this. Emote only stream starting now. Yes, time for the emote only stream so that nobody can donate. Oh dear. Maybe I do want to count piss. I mean, maybe you do. Piss collection. Okay, sorry, my bad, guys. You know what? You're right. You caught me. Piss collection is important. Oh dear. True, true. Oh dear. There we go. There we are. There we go. Sorry, I say there we go, but like, honestly, where did we go? Because I don't remember doing any of this. Oh dear. But yeah, what I can do is I can just send you the how, like, what it looks like behind the scenes. There probably is like it on Google if you're curious, because I think a lot of people have to do stuff like that. But if it's up to you, I can either send you mine or you can Google it. But I'm more than happy to send you how we do ours if you want it. Yeah, I'm already in DMs with you, so yeah, I can do that. I'll just do it after stream because I want to make sure that I send you the right one, because we have a few weird commands on this channel. Oh dear. Do you use Nightbot or one of the others? Oh, that's also a very good point, actually, yes, because all of mine are Nightbot commands, which, okay. Will it work still? Does anyone with more knowledge know? Will that still work or no? Oh dear. There we go. Stream elements you could just put, oh, there you go. Hey, Nuts got the big infos. There you go. Sorry, I don't know as much about stream elements. I'm so sorry. I use Nightbot for all of my commands, really. I think other than one. No, actually, no, I think I use Nightbot for all of them, right? Probably. I mean, that would make the most sense. So yeah, sorry, I'm a lot more, my commands might not actually work for you. Oh dear. There we go. Get some texture on that hair. Oh dear. You should, oh, there you go. Thank you, thank you. To be fair, useful information there for anyone who uses Stream Elements and not Nightbot. I've always been a Nightbot main from like my first stream, but like I think there's a lot of benefits to other ones as well. I mean, they all kind of do the same job with slightly different variants, but yeah. I only really, because of that, I only have more information about Nightbot. Everything else I'm a bit like, I don't really know so much about, unfortunately. I think that is just the way it goes with streaming. You get very used to the problems you deal with more often. Cough, cough, Nightbot being a problem. But then you don't get so used to all the other stuff. And there are so many potential problems with streaming. Like, I feel like you're constantly on tech support all the time. You become your own tech support very quickly. Oh dear. I think I've considered using, well, I've considered MooBot before. I remember that because there was a period of time where I was like looking into if I got that set up. But then the more I got into it, the more I was like, will this make a big impact on my stream? And I think the answer was no. So I was like, well, I've already got Nightbot working. So it's like, maybe I should just stick with what I know. And I did. And that's the closest I've ever got to branching out, honestly. Other than that, nope, that's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Ah, dear. Nightbot has the least out of the box features, but it is the most programmable, so you basically just have the full Java support. Streamlabs is middle ground. Streamlabs is very user-friendly, but limited to what you can do as a result. Yeah, that sounds about right, because it's the same with like OBS and Streamlabs OBS. Like Streamlabs OBS is much easier to set up, but then you are a little limited down the line, whereas OBS has a lot of stuff you can just do, but it is more complicated to set up. Yeah. What Nut said there, that is, yeah, that's it. I think because I, at the time at least, had mods. Well, I say that actually, no, I would have set up Nightbot myself. I don't know what drew me to Nightbot then, actually. I was gonna say because, you know, we've had mods over the years who have been very, very good at setting certain things up and using Nightbot and popping commands in. But, like, I installed Nightbot before any of that, so I actually don't know. Streamlabs goes in the bin and recommends more towards stream elements. Yeah, like the middly ground is probably good. Nightbot was the most common bot. That could also be it. I probably googled like security bots while live on Twitch and Nightbot probably came up first. Oh dear. Like I wouldn't be surprised. That was kind of when I first started streaming. I was doing a lot of stuff like that. Just googling what's the best bot? Nightbot tutorial. How to set this up. Which I think is pretty common when you first start. But yeah, I definitely did a whole lot of that. Red, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Good morning. How are you doing? Red's another one of our BOOBTOBER streamers. They are another bean who has been raising money and awareness for breast cancer. I was lurking your stream. I hope people don't have their, like, they can't see who's lurking. I was lurking at the same time. You were one of the 6, I think. Because we had 6 BOOBTOBER streamers going at once yesterday. It was very exciting. But I think we had you, because we had then Dem, Strange Bait and Bait. And then we had Messenger, and then there was one more. Was it Katsune again yesterday? I can't remember. Or was it Zomboti? It might have been, there was a lot of people over the afternoon. I don't remember exactly who the 6 were, but I know there were 6. Ah dear. It was really cool to see though. Ah dear. I'm good, can't stay long, have a late shift. Oh no, you're fine. Good luck with your shift. I hope that it goes well. As a programmer nerd, I like Nightbot, but yeah, it's one of the harder ones to use and generally end up using a lot of third-party tools and APIs to do basic stuff. Yeah. And so if you know someone who can help you with that, it's like, yeah, it's great. But if you don't, it's kind of maybe a steep learning curve. Did lots of those move away from one? Oh, yeah, so that was OBS and Streamlabs OBS, and they've sorted out their differences now. I say they sorted out their differences. They basically fixed the issue they were having. It's all in the past, and I think they're fine with each other now. But there was, yes, a period of time where people moved away from using Streamlabs or Streamlabs OBS slobs because of like the stuff that was happening. Oh dear. Streamlabs equal evil. Yeah. They have moved past it, and I know that OBS is no longer like condemning Streamlabs OBS. So like the personal stuff, which was very valid to be fair at the time, has thankfully been sorted. But yeah, a lot of people moved away from Streamlabs at that point, so a lot of people stayed, probably moved away. I shifted between both OBS and Streamlabs OBS, but I've kind of ended up on OBS, which is just because of more flexibility and being able to do more stuff. Not that I use that flexibility all that often, but you know, it's nice to have the option. Oh dear. I'm doing good. Oh no, you're fine. Sorry. Take care of yourself. Messenger was on, yeah, I think it was you, Messenger, the 3. Because they were doing a collab. And then there was one more. And I wonder if it was Zomboti. I don't remember the order. Ah, oh, dear. Messenger uses something else, but I can't remember the name right now. There's Stream Elements and Stream Labs. MooBot. Oh, there is another one, isn't there? Oh, God. Ah, now I can't remember it either. No, it was like really, yeah, there's another one, and I don't remember it. See me yesterday, I'm not sure what I said. I'm a bit dispersed. No, you're fine. You didn't say anything bad. As far as I'm aware, like, I was lurking there the whole time. I didn't hear anything bad. You're all good. You need technical head jelly. Laughable. Laughable and definitely not true. I'm good at charity stuff because I've done a lot of charity events. That's about it. And so like I'm only really useful as like a Tiltify tech support. Not so good at like Streamlabs, Stream Elements, OBS, all of that. Like that, no idea. But if you need help with Tiltify, now that I can help you with. But that's about it, unfortunately. Oh, no, thank you for the hick. I appreciate it. Oh, dear. There we are. And... ooh. Okay, we're getting that. The hair is getting a little more detailed. It's looking a little bit more fluffy. We're getting there. Oh dear. Has no Desktop app or something, I think? It probably does. Mix It Up. Mix It Up is not the same, but you can use Mix It Up via channel points. I think, because I use Mix It Up with my VTuber, because I can have it set to like change the color of the VTuber and stuff like that as a channel point redeem. So Mix It Up's really, really good with that. But maybe that is what you were thinking of. I'm thinking of something else that is like commands more than anything. Oh dear, and I can't remember what it's called, and it's probably not going to come back to me. That knowing my brain, it's gone, and it will not come back to me. Yeah, I think we're thinking of different. God damn it. I'm just gonna lose whatever's in my brain. It's just gone. It's gone. Mix It Up is great though. I use it for my VTuber stuff. It's great, wonderful stuff. You've done a little tutorial on how to use Mix It Up as well, because I did some community models. So I was like, if you want to change the color of your model, there you go. This is how you do it. Use Mix It Up. It's really easy, and it is really easy, and I stand by that. Mix It Up is really, really good. Once you've got it set up for the first time, it's fantastic. Love it a lot. It does update sometimes, but then that's the same with any software. All software updates somewheres and sometimes can throw stuff off. And I feel like as a streamer, you get very, very used to coming in and realizing that something's updated and now you need to fix everything. Oh, dear Purple, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we had some very, very generous donations and we've hit 6K only 9 days in. Very hecking impressive. Very hecking impressive. Oh, dear. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. I can't remember if I was going to put that in shading or if I was just going to do that, because honestly, just the hair so it kind of looks nice. I guess I could just highlight the hair and then but I like having the strong shading. I'll think about it. I've got options and I've got time. I'll think about it. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's what I'm thinking of. Oh no, you're fine. Yeah. To be fair, Mix It Up is great and I do recommend it. Especially because you use a PNG tuber, or even if you're using a VTuber, both of those, really, really good with Mix It Up, because there's a lot of stuff you can do as channel point redeems with your models, which is really good because you can connect VTube Studio to it and stuff like that. So Mix It Up is, if you've got like a VTuber model or a PNG tuber model, is really, really good. There's a lot you can do. It's great. Oh dear. Yeah, I've been using that for probably actually like a year at this point. It's been a minute and I've really, really enjoyed it. It's really, really fun. And there's so many people involved. I love it. Yay! Hell yeah! We have got a lot of really cool people joining us. Oh dear. It's been really, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, we got a lot of really cool streamers joining us this year, and like it's been really, really good. It's been lovely seeing you, and it's been lovely to meet everyone. Hell yeah. It's been fantastic. And everyone's doing such a good job with fundraising as well. Like genuinely, every single one I've come into, and again, I think I've been into most people's fundraising streams so far. I think there's 1 or 2 people I've missed because of time zones. But for the most part, I've been able to lurk most people's streams at least once. And everyone's been doing such a good job, genuinely. Like, every time you hear someone talking about breast cancer awareness, talking about BCRF, talking about the charity, everyone's been doing fantastic. Like, part of the reason I have been so lurky is because I haven't felt the need to speak up. Like, everyone's doing so well. You don't need me there. You're doing great. I'll keep lurking just in case anything suddenly explodes and goes wrong, but like, genuinely, no one's needed me. Like, well, I say no one's needed me, that's not quite true, but the majority of people have not needed me. At least not while they're live. Like, everyone's been so well organized and been so good at talking about the charities and stuff like that. It's been really, really good, really amazing, and I'm very blown away. I'm very heckin' impressed. I've been taking some clips of people talking about the charity as well, so you might see this cropping up here and there. Yeah, it's just for basically a highlights reel and stuff like that, because everyone's done so well talking about it. I'd rather use your guys' highlights and say it myself, because I think that you guys honestly have said it as well as I ever could. Like, genuinely, you've done such a good job of talking about the charity and stuff like that, and talking about the work they do, that I don't think you need me to come in and give that kind of presentation. You got it. Need to get mixed up before I forget. Yeah, it's really easy, honestly, really, really easy. So you shouldn't find it too difficult. It's a nice, easy setup. It links with your Twitch. So as long as you know you're happy to link your Twitch and all that kind of stuff, it can be really, really easy for you. All right, I need put some pink on the necklace, but I can't put that much. So I'm just gonna do a tiny little dot. Maybe I should do a bead or something. Hawk, welcome on in. You best be having the best freaking day. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my bestest. I'm going to be taking a couple days off after this because we need to get all the rest of the stuff, the raid train going, but things are hecking going. Things are hecking going, so I'm happy about that. And the embroidery is hecking going. I can't decide whether to put pink in their eye because Trish has, I think, green eyes. I think they both have green eyes. Maybe I should just wait and hold off and put green in for realisms. Realisms, probably not the best way of putting it. Yes, nice and realistic, my JoJo stand. Yeah, maybe not realistic is not the best way of putting it, but yeah. The train is the 12th to the 18th. It is. So I will be taking the next 2 days off so that I can do my stream on the 12th. Heck yeah. Although technically I will be streaming very, very late because I'll be opening the train on the 11th. So I'll be streaming at like midnight just to get that first ball rolling. And then yeah. Dear. I can't wait to add some fun to my stream. It's almost done with a new set of emotes. Very hecking exciting. Well done, Amy. Oh my god, you've got so much stuff organized. You're doing a very good job. Hell yeah. Very hecking impressed. I mean, I'm impressed with everyone's work. Everyone's been doing a really good job. I know I've said that like 1,000 times, but genuinely, everyone is doing such a good job. Like every now and again, someone needs some tech support from me. I think less and less, thankfully. Like I think because a lot of people's campaigns are already live, so it's only really like the live tech support that I'm having to offer at this point, which is pretty good, honestly. Everyone else has been very, very organized. And, you know, again, if you are interested in taking part in BOOBTOBER, sorry, let me just make sure that my music is still running. Weirdly, I started halfway through the soundtrack. I don't know how that happened. But, yeah, if anyone does still want to take part, obviously, you can still sign up. The raid train signups do close tonight. You only have until the end of today to sign up. So if you do want to sign up for the raid train, this is your last call. You have until midnight. And so if you want to get that in, if you have any more streams you want to add, please do. Although, for anyone who did miss the announcement, we have managed to fill all gaps in the raid train. So at this point, don't worry about filling gaps. Just stream wherever you like. Stream wherever you like. Wherever is a good time for you. Pop that as your stream. Yes. Dear, the energy is giving me so much energy. It's amazing. I'm glad. I'm hecking glad. I'm really glad to hear everyone's meeting each other and having a really good time and enjoying themselves. And also, I hope everyone's having fun with the charity stuff as well, and like being able to do little fun challenges and stuff like that. Like, I'm really glad. Yeah. Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad everyone's doing well. Everyone, honestly, with their fundraising is doing massively well. Like, I know a lot of people, and don't worry, by the way, if you haven't beaten your goal, don't worry about that. When it comes to BOOBTOBER, the most important stuff is raising awareness for breast cancer, and I can already tell you that you're all doing a very good job of that. I've not had any concerns with any of you. Every time I've heard one of you talking about breast cancer, it has been in a really good way. Like, you've all been very delicate about the topic, but also like having a good time with it and like encouraging people to talk. So I haven't had any concerns with any of the people taking part so far that the tone was off or that you were saying something incorrect. Like your facts have all been on there. The tone has been like perfect, exactly what we were looking for. So yeah, if you've been taking part so far and you had any concerns, don't be. I've been lurking basically all of your streams and you've all been doing fantastic. The tone has been perfect. You've kept the facts, which is important. And so even if you haven't beaten your fundraising goal yet, don't worry about it, because I can already tell you 100% you've done a really good job raising awareness. And when it comes to breast cancer awareness, That is the most important part, it's the awareness part. So you've all been doing absolutely fantastic with that. Obviously, we like to celebrate when people hit their goals because it is good reason to celebrate, but it's not all about hitting fundraising goals. And yeah, just by taking part and just by talking about breast cancer in like an open way to your community, you've done an amazing job. And everyone I've seen so far who has taken part has done an amazing job. I know we do have a few people left to start, but yes, everyone who I've already seen has been killing it. Ah dear, the gaps have been filled. They all got filled. So thankfully everything is going well on that front. Well, we would have had a backup, to be fair, because we would have just raided into BOOBTOBER. And obviously I will be doing, once the schedule is announced, the schedule is coming out tomorrow. Once the full schedule is announced, there will be some general PSAs. I can go over those on stream really quickly for you, but I will also be going through those in like writing, so you have them written down, so don't worry if you forget any of them. Basically, if you've never been in a raid train before, there is a few bits of etiquette that it is worth knowing. Number one, if somebody raids into you late or early, please don't complain about it. If you're worried that you were expected a raid and someone hasn't raided you, you can always reach out privately to a member of staff and we can have a little look into it for you. But what we don't want to see is people blasting people for raiding them late or not raiding at all and stuff like that. There's normally a good reason, and things do happen. People do have family emergencies in the middle of stream. People do get ill suddenly and are not able to commit to the length they said they originally would. Obviously, it's best when you let us know as soon as possible, but these things can happen and people don't always have the chance to let you know. So if somebody raids you late or doesn't raid you at all when you're expected to, just let a member of staff know. If we already are aware of it, we will let you know while you're live so that you're not left there expecting something when it doesn't happen. But yes, that is the first bit. I'll be honest, I don't think we'll have any issues with that in the community that we have for BOOBTOBER right now, but it is really important to say because I have seen it in other raid trains where someone's had a family emergency in the middle of stream and then the streamer who didn't receive the raid has gone publicly blasting them. You don't expect it to happen in a charity stream, but I've seen it multiple times. And not only does that make you look like a really bad person, it's really not fair. It's not fair at all. So if you don't get the raid you're expecting, reach out to a member of staff privately, because oftentimes it's a very private thing, and we'll have a little look into it for you. And again, normally if somebody has to end their stream early, or has to suddenly leave and can't commit to it, normally something's happened and it's best to handle it delicately. So what the heck, it's so rude. Yeah. Sometimes it's a time zone thing. Sometimes people haven't calculated their time zones correctly, and so say they're raiding at a slightly different time. It happens. It's never malicious. I think that's the important thing to say. If someone is scheduled to raid you and doesn't end up raiding you, it's not malicious. Send me a ping if that does happen, because especially if it's a time zone issue, we might need to reschedule all of their streams if they've got a bit confused, and it does happen. But again, it could be something that's gone really wrong, and so we just want to make sure that we're not publicly blasting anyone. And again, I don't think we'll have any issues with the community that we've brought together for BOOBTOBER, but because I have seen it happen in other streams, because I have seen it happen in other raid trains, and I've seen it happen regularly, I just want to have that as a PSA. If anybody does that, they will just be stricken from the train. There is no excuse for attacking another, team member. And while I don't expect we'll have any issues, I do want to make that clear ahead of time. Yes. Well, thank you for the hydrate. I will hydrate. Dear. I've done raid trains before, but we've never had anyone accept about this. Quite the opposite. So I have been behind the scenes talking to a few of the people that have helped me with raid trains, and I'm glad that I'm not the only person that has seen this, but it is more common than you'd think. And a lot of the time, the other thing that has happened, we've had, I haven't done a raid train before, I've seen the behind the scenes, I got good friends, but people have shown me some of the messages that other streamers have sent them about streamers that haven't raided them, and they are vile, disgusting messages about these poor streamers who a lot of the time have just had a mix-up with either their time zone or have gotten sick or something like that. Again, there are lots of reasons someone has to end early, and I don't want to be receiving DMs about other streamers like that, to be quite honest. If someone hasn't raided you, there's probably a reason, and we'll have a little look into it, but anything swearing at them, being rude about them, saying derogatory things about them or their stream is just not acceptable. So it's best for me to preempt it. Again, I don't think we're going to have any issues in this community. This is also a smaller raid train than some of these other ones I'm talking about, but I would rather preempt it. And also, it is worth noting, if you're the kind of person that does that, which I don't think anyone in this community is, but like I've just been saying, other streamers will talk about that behind the scenes. You know, there are people that I haven't invited to this event specifically because I know they have a history of doing that. And yeah, so not only does it get you a really, really bad name in the streamer community, it's also just rude, and I'm not gonna allow that. Maybe the laptop piece died. Yeah, there's like so many reasons. I'd be angry. I wouldn't be angry, I'd be worried if they're okay. And yeah, that's like a very, very different vibe. Like asking, hey, I was expecting a raid from so-and-so, and they never pop by. Just ping in, are they okay? And again, a lot of the time it'll be, yeah, PC died, or they had a tech failure, or maybe they scheduled their stream incorrectly, or something, maybe they got sick, or something like that. And there won't be anything too serious, but it is best just to like not attack them without knowing. Again, you wouldn't think you'd have to say it, but yes. We had people raid late because they got a raid right before, they wanted to have a hype train, so the team was informed the next streamer. And that, yeah, exactly. Most of the time it can be handled in a very adult way if you don't go bashing streamers publicly or privately. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before. The main reason I'm so aware of this is because in one of the first streams that I ever took part in that was a raid train, which I've been in quite a few at this point, but in one of the first ones I had somebody publicly bash me for raiding them late because I had my time zones mixed up, and I raided them only half an hour late, to be fair, but I raided them late. And not only did they talk about it in a public server with loads of other streamers in there that then continued to not talk to me again, I also had clips of it sent to me on stream where they were talking about me. And it's like, yeah, no, it does happen. A lot of streamers do be acting like that. I wouldn't say a lot of streamers, a small percentage of streamers, but it's I just want to put my foot down really quickly and say that's not something that we're going to be allowing in this community ever. So that's one. Two, if you need to raid someone and your raid target hasn't gone live, so say it's the end of your stream and you need to be going, but the raid target is maybe not live yet, don't worry, raid BOOBTOBER. Raid the BOOBTOBER stream. Don't worry, because I know a lot of the time people do need to leave quite quickly at the end of their schedules and you don't want to faff around. If there's nobody else that people are recommending you raid from BOOBTOBER, raid BOOBTOBER, because the BOOBTOBER channel is going to be live basically the entire event specifically for that situation, so that when the streamer that you were meant to raid into does go live, that the viewers can be passed via that way. That's why we're recommending raiding BOOBTOBER over raiding another streamer, because that way the person who you were meant to raid would still get those viewers. Yes. So if you haven't followed the BOOBTOBER channel, I'll do them a quick shout out. I will obviously have them linked in the when we're setting down some of the ground rules post. So if you don't get it now, don't worry about it. You can follow them later. But if say you're in the position where, oh shoot, I need to go right now and my raid target isn't live, raid BOOBTOBER. We'll get them across to you. We have this plan in place specifically for that. Let me get them. BOOBTOBER. BOOBTOBER? Oh no, wrong one. Oh, that's because I put BOOBTOBER. Oops, my bad. Oh, Red, take care of yourself. Thank you so much for popping by, but enjoy the rest of your day. I hope that work goes all right. Me misspelling BOOBTOBER. There you go. So you can go follow them if you want. They are only ever live really during October because they are, you know, they're the BOOBTOBER main channel. But we have them doing the raid train. They'll be live 24/7 throughout the entire raid train, so that if anybody does need to raid last minute, if anyone is having an emergency and needs to do that, yeah. Dear. Oh, sorry, I've just seen a DM, 2 secs. So I just want to respond to this one because otherwise it's not fair. Yeah, I think that's basically explains why that's happened. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, I should probably respond better than that. Yeah, that's better. Hearing keyboard, but Jelly has no keyboard. I mean, I don't have a keyboard, it's true. I don't have one. I've never had a keyboard. Actually, does the laptop inbuilt keyboard count? Because if so, then I had a keyboard for like a year before Bob died. And then, yeah, no. Then from then, I've just been typing with my brain. Oh, dear. Oh. There we are. There we go. What was I talking about before that? What was I talking about before that? What were we talking about? Can someone... Sorry, my brain has just gone completely blank. I think... Oh, we were talking about the rules. Yeah, BOOBTOBER and rates. Yeah. So these are... Thank you, sorry. I'm glad you guys have a working brain cell. My brain is just completely flattened this week. Yeah, so if you can't raid anyone, you can raid BOOBTOBER and they will pass the viewers on. And we are literally using that specifically for that case because it happens. And yes, so that we have somewhere to pass everyone on to and all of that. Oh dear, I assume I have a working brain cell. You do have working brain cell. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, God, no, haha. Java only. Oh dear, Java only. No haha. Seriously, it sounds like you have some good organization. We just want it to be planned because what we don't want to have happen is anyone get targeted. And again, I don't imagine that anyone from this community would, to be quite honest, but we want to cover our bases just in case. And I know for a lot of people it's their first ever raid train, right? And there are just some general etiquette things, because even if you don't mean any harm, being like, lol, no one raided me, kind of, it can cause harm if someone's had an emergency in the middle of the stream. Does that make sense? Like, I know that most people in this community would never purposefully go out of their way to shit talk another streamer. You're not those kind of people. But it is better for me to cover bases and say, listen, if you didn't receive a raid, would you mind letting a member of staff know? That way we can check up on the person, see if anything's actually gone wrong, and you don't publicly accidentally blast someone who might, you know, be going through a hard time. Yeah. And again, I don't think anyone would purposefully do that. I'm not expecting people to be going around swearing about other streamers, not raiding them and stuff like that. It's something that I've seen before, but it's not something that I expect from this community, to be honest. But I wouldn't want anyone to be like, oh, so-and-so didn't raid me, lol. It's fine, but like, where were you kind of thing. Maybe not meaning any harm, and maybe that person's had a family emergency or gotten really, really sick and has had like a really nasty time. And yeah, then in that situation, nobody feels good about that, you know? No one has a good time finding that out. Like, the person that, you know, couldn't raid you will feel guilty. You'll feel guilty about accidentally calling them out for like having a bad time. So yeah, we just don't want anyone to be in that position, and we want it to be as fun as easy for everyone as possible. So yeah. Oh dear, that's why. Not because I genuinely expect anyone to be like an asshole, but because like, yes, it is better to be safe. Oh dear. There we go. There we are. There we go. Send good vibes to all the people participating. Oh, for sure. And they deserve all the good vibes. Like, they've all been absolutely amazing. They've been absolutely fantastic. They, first of all, raised huge amounts for charity. If you just look at the big number at the top of the screen, everyone's been doing really well. I can't believe these other BOOBTOBERs. How dare they be so lovely? Like, what the heck? Yeah, how dare they? Disgusting. I can't believe them. I can't believe they've all been so lovely to work with. Honestly, awful. Oh dear. So yes, if I don't know if this is applicable, but there is one other rule that I do think is quite important. And again, this is based on other people's experiences. This is not based on anything that's happened in BOOBTOBER. We haven't had any issues here yet, but this is after talking to other people that hosted raid trains. If you are not going to be able to make your stream because of an emergency, please privately DM that, because if you publicly DM, how to put this nicely, it's a difficult situation to handle, to be honest, but if you've, say, lost a family member and will suddenly have to quit your stream that day, rather than going into detail in a public space, please just let us know privately. And the reason is, when it comes to stuff like breast cancer awareness, it can be quite a triggering topic to talk about those kind of family emergencies for a lot of people. And what we don't want to have happen is someone explain that they can't make the stream that day because they've had a family emergency, go into detail about what that is, and then make it so that somebody else can't stream either because they're now very upset. It's a very difficult situation to handle, it always is, but if you do have a family emergency, rather than posting about it publicly and potentially putting triggering things in the chat, especially when you're not in a good mental space yourself and you might not recognize that you're doing that, DM a member of staff. Please don't put it in the general chat. And it's nothing against you personally, but we just don't want it to have a knock-on effect on the other streamers that are still planning to stream that day. So yeah, it's one of those difficult ones to handle, and when speaking to other people that have previously run raid trains, it was something that came up like, hey, you might want to have a rule against triggering subjects in the general chat, because we had it where someone had a really horrible situation happen to them. They put it in the main chat to explain why they weren't going to stream because they were worried people might hold it against them, but then that had a knock-on effect on stopping other people from streaming, and it's like, okay. Yeah, so it's not necessarily, it's a difficult one to handle, again, but if there is a reason why you are not going to be able to make your stream, please privately DM it to us rather than popping it on the general chat. The other thing is, it's much easier for us to keep track of all of that if you privately DM us rather than putting it in general, because in general we might miss it, whereas in DMs we're more likely to get it as well. So if for any reason you do need to leave the raid train very last minute, like just need to pop out, you can't do it anymore, just let one of us know privately. Please don't pop it in the main chat exactly the reason, you know, if it's something that could be triggering for other people. It's nothing personal against you, and it's definitely not to take away from the stuff you're going through, and it's not to make you look like you've just, we're not going to paint you in a bad light or anything like that behind the scenes. That's not the intention. It is just so that everyone else streaming has as comfortable as of you know, an experience as possible. Sorry, that's quite a hard one to approach, and I'm doing my best because obviously it's the situation we haven't had, and I, you know, genuinely hope, funnily enough, that no one has any emergencies during the raid train or afterwards or before, you know. I'd like it so that everyone can just have a good time and have a fun time fundraising with each other, but it is best to plan for the worst, hope for the best. If anything like that does happen, please privately DM, like if you don't feel comfortable with the other members of staff, which I wouldn't understand why, they're wonderful beans, but I do get it. If you don't, you can just DM me and let me know, and I will probably tell you the same thing that I've told a few other people at this point, which is, you know, look after yourself first and foremost. If you're doing charity and you're not looking out for yourself, you know, you're giving what you don't have. So if you're having a bad time, if you think that you won't be able to make it, if something really bad has happened to you, or even if it's not something really bad, if you're just struggling, just, you know, let one of us know. We'll remove you from the raid train. We won't make a big song and dance about it. We're not going to call you out publicly or anything like that. We want people to make sure they're having a good time. If that means, you know, sitting out on certain activities, that's absolutely fine. Do not worry about it. And definitely don't apologize. If I see anyone apologizing for that kind of stuff at this point, nah. I won't accept it. We won't accept your apology because it's definitely not something you need to apologize for. Ah, dear. I know that one might seem like a weird blanket statement, and I'm being very careful not to name any names or talk to anyone in particular. We have had some people who have had to drop out for very, very understandable reasons, and I don't want to hear any apologies, and I don't want to hear anything like that. You're fine, and you did the best thing by letting us know. So yes, you're all good. We don't want people fundraising at a detriment to themselves, ever. That's not okay. We don't want people being stressed out about fundraising either. Like, leave the stress to the staff. That's our job. Our job is to get stressed out about fundraising. That is not your job, and we don't want you to have to deal with that. So yes, if you have any concerns, please do reach out for a member of staff. If you do want to sign up to the raid train, sign-ups for that do close today, so you only have the rest of the day to go. And other than that, I think that's basically everything. There aren't really a lot of rules to the raid train, to be honest. It is mainly just being like a little bit considerate of the people either side of you, and making sure that, you know, you stick into time where you can, and if not, just letting somebody know. They're generally pretty easy rules to follow, and we don't want to add loads of difficult rules. Obviously, all the standard things, like don't be an asshole to your raid target, but I really don't think we're going to have any issues with that. So, standard rule that I probably won't feel the need to include. Also, Nick, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We were just talking about the raid train. Nick is one of our streamers who is taking part during the raid train. How are you doing? I hope you are having a good day. Welcome on in. Dear. There we are. Got that there. Sorry, I've just... Oh, yeah, 2 seconds. Let me just... I don't need to write a full response to this one, but let me just get a little on there. I have acknowledged. I am aware. Dear. Good stuff. Don't be a dick. Words to live by. Yeah, there's like a little considerate. I don't think we're gonna have too many issues. I am not too concerned. Dear. Doing quite well, thanks. I'm glad to hear it. Are you excited? I think, because are you streaming on the first day? Let me have a little look. Is Nick streaming on the first day? They are! Are you excited? Because that means you're only a couple days away from your first raid train stream. Very exciting. Dear. Obviously, we're very excited to have you as well. We're very excited to have everyone who's joining, whether be in the raid train or not. We're also very excited to have you. Dear. I'm very excited. I'm glad to hear it. Hell yeah. Dear. Very cool. I'm very excited. Yeah, so for you people like you, Nick, who have already signed up, just as a heads up, if you haven't seen it in the Discord, we'll be posting the raid train schedules tomorrow. So you're going to want to keep an eye. I will be paying everyone for their times of the raid train. It will look like at so-and-so with your Twitch next to it. Raids into at so-and-so with their Twitch. Sorry, excuse me. That way that you can follow everyone that you're going to be raiding into, or that is going to be raiding you, just so that you can keep an eye on things ahead of time. Because I will say, it is useful to already be following the person you're going to be raiding into, especially because there are people in the event that do generally use like follower-only chat and stuff like that. So if you haven't followed them ahead of time, you might not be able to talk in their channel. So yes, but we'll be posting that tomorrow. So you should be able to find your raid target, find yourself in there, find your raid target, and then and go give them a follow. I guess you don't have to. There's no rule saying you have to give them a follow. I just generally think it makes things easier. I would recommend following the BOOBTOBER main page, which I can shout that out again, because that way if anything dramatic happens and you need to leave stream really quickly, or you need to BOOBTOBER, so let me spell it right this time, there we go. If you need to leave stream really quickly, or if you need, you know that your target hasn't gone live but you need to end, you can raid into BOOBTOBER and they'll transport your viewers to them when they do go live. We have backups for this. It certainly does make things easier, yeah. Just like, and also everyone taking part in BOOBTOBER is a really sweet bean. So like, I can at the very least guarantee you're following a sweet bean, even if it's not maybe a topic that you generally follow. Yeah. Oh dear. There we go. Nice. And in there, way more streamlined. Yeah. It does make it a little easier if you're not having to find them on the day. I guess it doesn't make it too bad. It's pretty easy. It's been honestly very easy to find all of you. All of the BOOBTOBER streamers have been very easy to find because y'all putting BOOBTOBER in your hashtags or in your title. So if I type in BOOBTOBER, I mean, I wonder actually if I do it right now, just out of curiosity, I get a Twitch tab that is not on Comfy open. If I type in BOOBTOBER, oh, Kels is live as well. There you go. Literally. You just type BOOBTOBER into Twitch and you can see all the streamers that are live for BOOBTOBER. Because right now we have me, Comfy, and Kels. Easy. So easy to find everyone. Oh my god. So yeah. That has made it, to be fair, very easy for me and staff to keep an eye, because obviously not everyone is always posting, which I get, because I think it can be sometimes if you're not someone who's used to posting in like self-promotion, you might not feel like you want to self-promote. But yeah, for anyone who's not posting in self-promotion, it's still been very easy to find you. Because you just type BOOBTOBER into the Twitch search bar and everyone pops up, which is really, really nice, to be fair. It's very wholesome. We were worried we might not be able to find anyone, but then yeah, that's not been an issue. Funnily enough, most people are not using the title BOOBTOBER in their streams most of the time. It's not a very commonly used phrase on Twitch. Ah, dear. There we go. Oh, wait, did they? Oh, no. I thought, I was gonna say, wait, did they? No. Everything's fine. Okay. But yeah, it's been really, really easy to find everyone, which has been really nice, to be fair, because it means I've been able to pop over and lurk your streams, even if I'm not super talkative, which, to be fair, I have not been, which is maybe because I promise I'm doing things. I'm not just sitting there doing nothing, I promise. But yeah, it's been really nice. And I mean, this is, by the way, for anyone who's not aware, this is the biggest boob... Oh! You can come in. Sorry about that. We just had to. We got. I'm fine. I'm not on a hiding screen this time because I'm not fine. But I had to. We have Shiny just popping out for a minute and making sure that I have lunch. so you know, why did Jelly take such a long break? Lunch talk. Lunch. Actually, talking about important stuff like lunch. Oh dear. Oh dear. What are you eating? Well, I have options, and that's why it's taking so long to discuss. Oh, so nice to see you. Welcome on in. I got options. So it depends. It depends which I want, because apparently there is a pizza in the fridge for me if I want it. But if I don't want pizza, one of them is pizza. How did you know? Are you in my fridge? You get out of there. It's not safe. You can't just hang out in my fridge. Oh dear. But yeah, no, there's pizza is one of the options. I do also have though, which I am tempted by, like noodles with like eggs and sprouts and stuff, which would be really warming, but then I'm quite warm anyway right now. So I don't know, maybe no. I don't know. I have like proper ramen as an option as well, which I would normally say is like big comfort food, but it's just, I might be a little too warm for that right now. And then there's also nuggies and chips, veggie nuggies and chips. There's also that, so I could also have veggie nuggies and chips if I wanted. And I do be liking the veggie nuggies; they're very good. And they got cheese in them now, which is fantastic. It's just like deep fried veggies covered in cheese. Like what is there not to love there? Oh dear, it is cold. Yes, please get out of my fridge. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Just some alterations before going back. Ooh, nice. Good luck. I may have sneakily lit it. Off stream? Oh my god. Whoa. So people are gonna come back and be like, it grew. It grew while we weren't live. I mean, if it's relaxing, I think it's fine, right? You stream as much, you knit as much as you like off stream. I'm sure that you can be like, hey, listen, definitely, you know, I definitely did all this live on stream, and people would probably believe you. I found myself wanting to do more. No better time to start knitting than when you want to knit. And maybe that's not always on stream, and that's good. You're all good. That's fine with me. I look forward to seeing the work you've done between streams. Hell yeah. Oh dear. There we go. Oh. Oh dear. I've been crocheting a cardigan. I haven't had as much time to do it this week, but up until this week, I will say, if you know knot, I am going very, very slow comparatively to knot and to a lot of other people, but like whenever I have some downtime, I like to do some crochet, and I was crocheting a really, I did see a cute stitch though. Okay, sorry, I'm getting very distracted here. So there was this really, really cute stitch that I saw, which is very similar to the strawberry stitch I was doing before, but it's like pumpkins, and you just use like every row that the pumpkin is, like not the greenery bits, but like the pumpkin-y bits, just change to a different pumpkin color, and you can make a pumpkin one. And that's out of like I want to say like a double knit, it looked like. I would double check the description to see if it is a double knit, but I was but the problem is I've already got a project on the go, so I really shouldn't need more wool, but I was very tempted by that. That looks really, really cool. I get cozy, grab the knitting, and before I do it, whoops. That sounds pretty good though. That sounds pretty relaxing. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, because like I was really enjoying doing the strawberry stitch. So I saw this, and this is probably why YouTube recommended it to me. They were like, you should check this out. Also run to Aldi the sewing. Oh, really? Wait, is there an Aldi near me? Oh no, we got a car now. What am I talking about? Yes, I can get to an Aldi. It's gonna take me a minute to realize that we actually have like transportation now, and I can actually get from A to B. So apologies. Yes, I could get to an Aldi actually. And they have sewing stuff? What kind of stuff does Aldi do for sewing? I can't say that I've ever shopped sewing stuff at an Aldi. What kind of stuff do they do? Out of curiosity, I know Aldi sewing machines can be a bit iffy because I've had enough of them come in for repair. But other than that, I haven't seen any of their other stuff. Oh dear. Oh, they got sock. Oh, they have wool. Wait. Really? Oh my god, I was literally looking for wool in a store the other day. We could have gone to Aldi. We went to like the Range and they didn't have any wool in store. And then I was trying to think of like other places that did wool. The Works, couldn't find any wool there. I ended up getting my wool from a charity shop actually, which does happen quite often to be fair, because a lot of the charity shops near us do like wool and embroidery and stuff like that, which I'm very lucky for, to be fair, because it does give me a lot of options. But yeah. Oh dear. There we go. Oh dear, they had some fun. They had sewing kits? Oh my. I've like completely missed the Aldi train. Wait, how long have they been doing this for? They have some shears, they have threads. Oh my god. Oh dear. I get a lot of wool from the Works. It's just basically, yeah, they never. Whenever I've been there, they have embroidery threads, to be fair, which is always like the priority for me at the moment. So like it's okay because I can just pick up some new threads and stuff. But like I often look for wool, and the last few times that I've been to, the ones near me at least, they haven't had it. Oh dear. Oh, Joe, good morning. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. This is now the last stream before I take a couple of days off to do all of the scheduling for the raid train. So I don't know how long I'll be going for today, to be fair. Probably once I need to start preparing my lunch, I'll end today, which I know is a little earlier than usual, but you know, it's just one of those days where I've got stuff going on in the background and I need to make sure my DMs, because I have a lot of people DMing me at the moment being like, is this still open? Can I still do this, that, and the other? And I want to be there to make sure that I can give people that. A 1 week break? No. Unfortunately not. 2 days. Although technically not a full 2 days because I will be streaming at like near midnight. But yes. Oh dear. Oh, it's dangerous going to Aldi sometimes. They have really handy stuff in there. I'm wondering if maybe I'm getting confused because I do often mix up Lidl and Aldi. Maybe I just haven't been to an Aldi in a really long time and I'm thinking that I have, but maybe it was Lidl. Because I swear, like, I'm always on the lookout for more crafty stuff and I swear I've not found any. And like, I've been looking. So like, surely I would have seen at least a Lidl. Maybe I'm thinking of Lidl. Maybe I'm thinking Audi. Oh, sorry, Lidl rather than Audi. I mix the two up. It's okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if I've maybe got, because they have similar setups in the stores, right? Where you have like the food, and then in the middle there's often like the appliances and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe I'm getting confused, but I swear I've not seen anything. Or maybe I really am. I just need to get my eyesight checked, and I've just completely missed it. It could be that. The Aldi middle aisle is goated. Yeah. That's where all the not food is. The stuff that isn't food. Although I do like the stuff that is food. One has a bakery and the other does not. Oh, okay. Do I remember? Is it Lidl that has the bakery, right? And then Aldi doesn't? I think I'm thinking of Lidl. I didn't get anything at the bakery though, so maybe... Oh god. I don't know, I'll have to ask Shiny. I'll have to ask Shiny once they're home. Where have we been more recently, Aldi or Lidl? Because my chat's telling me that there's all this sewing stuff and I've missed it, and I don't understand how I've missed it all. Ah, dear. Honestly, I never leave with a new barbecue circular saw. I want a new barbecue and a new circular saw. I don't have either of those, but I would like them. Oh dear, they would be a good addition to my craft room. Yeah, I would maybe. Oh dear. Oh, wait, who's that? There we are. That's fine. Oh dear. I brought my Steam... Oh! Wait, was that recently? So, I'm like, oh my god, how have I'm in the market for that as well. Wait, 2 seconds. I'm just gonna Google it at this point. I'm not that I don't believe you, but is it there right now? And can I go get it? Because, yeah, I've been looking for a seamer for traveling with costumes. Because obviously, like, when they've been in a suitcase, they crinkle and it'd be nice. And, like, irons can only do so much. Do Aldi still sell steamers? I also immediately thought you were making dumplings or something. I was like, what are you doing with your wig? Putting it in like a dumpling steamer? Steamer. Because yeah, in like, for instance, like London, whenever we've been to London to go to the MCM, they often have an iron in there and it's like absolutely goddamn useless for cosplays. Like you cannot use the hotel irons in London for anything like that. Yeah, it's no. You need to bring something yourself. They're not useful. They are faff, and they are normally like on the shortest cable in the world. So you've got this massive like ball gown and like an iron cord like that's that long. No, no, it's not useful. I can't reach most of it, and even if I could, an iron is not the best way of sorting that kind of stuff out. Dumplings wasn't in the options for lunch, unfortunately, so I can't have dumplings. I would like dumplings though. It's been there probably in July. Okay. Oh no, I see it. Wait, is it still in stock? Oh no, product no longer available. God damn it. Oh my god, with a 3-meter cord, detachable water tank. Kind of good rating as well. Bugger, I do see it. I do see the Aldi one. It says it's not being made anymore though. God damn it! Damn, shoot. I always miss the good stuff at Aldi, I swear. This is why you have to thoroughly search the middle aisle, because they have stuff like that, which I would be incredibly useful. They do bring them back. They do. They probably will come around again. Aren't they always tiny as well? Well, the irons? Yeah, they're like travel irons, which to be fair, I don't mind a travel iron because it can get into nooks and crannies, but like when you're trying to prepare before a con, it's like, a steamer is just the best option. And like after seeing what was happening at like TwitchCon with Dan cosplay and their steamer, I was like, I need a steamer. I'm convinced. I was already kind of convinced before this, but after seeing them steam their ball gown and like how much of a difference it made, it's like, right, well, I can no longer deny that it is probably time in my cosplay career to get a steamer, maybe. And so yeah, I've been having like an eye out for one ever since. Because, you know, if I see one on a good deal, I'll probably pick it up since I've never had a steamer before. I'm not looking to splash out on something ridiculously expensive. But I definitely would have picked up an Audi steamer. I would have if I'd have seen it like that. That's basically what I would have been looking for. Ah, dear. Also, Abic, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I find the laziest way to steam my clothes is to hang them in the bathroom and have a very hot shower and then hang them there till the steam's gone. So that is a very good hack, to be fair, for con, as long as you don't have anything on your costume that can be screwed by heat, because a lot of like armor pieces will start to warp a little bit because you warp them into a shape, right? But then if it goes against heat, it can like lose its shaping a little bit. So if you made like a really strong horseshoe shape, it will start to like do this in like the heat. So not a lot, not dramatically, but enough that it might not fit as well. So if you have those parts as part of your costume, it's like such a mix. That's why a steamer is good, because you can steam specific parts and then ignore the bits that you're worried about. Also, if you have any like iron-on vinyl and stuff, it can make it tacky. So it can mean that bits stick to each other. So you've got to be careful about steaming those. Costumes. They really do just make it hard, but it is a really good hack, especially if you have like a store-bought costume or something like that, which doesn't have those kind of issues. Like hanging it in a bathroom, yeah, it can fix a hell of a lot of sins. That's for sure. More than your silly hotel iron can. So I'm not buying a travel iron. I have a big one. I use a small one in sewing class. I only have a travel iron. Actually, I have it nearby. Where are you? It's always close. Oh, actually, I might have moved it, mightn't I? Did I move my travel iron? Where did I? Oh no. Deli realizes live on stream that she has in fact lost her travel iron. Where the hell did I put it? I thought I put it in there. Oh no. Well, you'll just have to trust me that I have a travel iron, and it's what I use for costumes. I've been using a travel. Where did I put it? It's what I've been using for costumes for the longest time. I cleaned recently, and so a lot of the stuff that was just hanging out is gone. Where did I put it? I'm sure it will turn up. I don't need it right now anyway. Hi, so no, you're fine. Welcome on in, Scar. I hope you're doing well. Oh dear, I can highly recommend the steamer from Lidl. I got that. Oh wait, they have one at Lidl? Okay, I've got the Aldi one up. Let me have a little look at the Lidl one. So the Aldi gets like a 4.1 star. Look at Lidl. Compare the steamers. Did I spell Lidl wrong? Lidl. Lidl? That's how you spell Lidl. Yeah. I don't think it's coming up. I think it must have been out of rotation as well. Oh, the Little Garment steamer from last year. Okay. So, but if it was last year, that might mean that it's going to come back in soon, because it means it's probably been about a year since it stopped being made, which means maybe soon it will come back. Maybe in time for Christmas. A little look. I have the big ironing board and I hate it. It takes up so much space. So I was thinking about buying the sheet so I could do it on my table. I have like one of those little... No, I know where that is. My ironing board is downstairs. But I have like one of the little desktop ironing boards, which is really good because then I can just have it on stream in a really easy place without having to like change my whole camera setup. I like that. It's been good, and that was cheap, and I've enjoyed that. Obviously, it's a bit of a pain when you're ironing bigger things because the board's a lot smaller, but it works for what I want to do while I'm live. And yeah, the travel iron has been really good at getting into nicks and crannies. I think the real place where I'm lacking is 100% is the steamer. I'm lacking in steaming. Ah, dear, steamed hams. Whoa, that's another thing that I've been lacking in. I don't have an ironing ham. Which like, or sewing ham. Is that how you put it? It's the ham that you put curved surfaces in, and then you iron around it so that it keeps that curved surface. I don't have one of those. And I've been thinking about, I did consider making one, and then I was like, does it excite me? And the answer is no, which means it'd probably be better if I just bought it, because if it doesn't excite me, I'll never make it. But yeah, I have been considering doing one of those at some point. Oh dear. Mine's branded, though it is Morphy Richard. Oh, okay. I can look that up as well. Listen, I've got a Google page open with steamers already. I can look that up. I might also need to take a really quick toilet break in just a second. Actually, should I do that now quickly? I'm gonna go take a really quick toilet break, and then I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave you on this screen. It's gonna look a bit weird for a second, but like I'm only gonna be 5 minutes. I'm not making any food. I'm not making a cuppa. So I'll be like a quick 5-minute break. Yeah. Let me just ding donk, and then mute, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Actually, do I have a toilet break thingy? I have no sex. Do I have? Yeah, there you go. Just a little BOB tea break. It's not tea break, it's toilet break, but I think that's fine. Hello, I'm back and I have a thing. I have a thing I've been waiting for. And I'm sorry, I was like, I can't open it suddenly off stream because I have not hidden myself. Where is my, there it is, get rid of that. Hello, I have a package. I have to be a bit careful because my package does have my full name and address on it, which would be a little embarrassing to spread live doing a charity event, huh? Best not to do that. Also, bless whoever has ended, by the way, who has ended the main total in 69. Good on you. Whoever did that, you are a blessing to your community. That was fantastic. I don't know if that's just happened or if I've already just noticed it, but whoever did that, good on you. Oh my god, that does not want to open. I see it. Oh my god. Alright, I have to be a bit careful here because I do not want to accidentally dox myself. Oh my god. Okay. We got some sticker sheets. We got some little stickery sheets. With some special BOOBTOBER stickers on it. Basically, I'm doing some giveaways. I'm doing these out of pocket. These are not sponsored because I couldn't get any goddamn sponsors this year. I'm not a goddamn partner and people are so funky about that sort of stuff. However, I want to do no giveaways for streamers. So I have done some streamer specific giveaways and I have got some stickers to finish them all off and I have been waiting for these for such a long time. Oh god, they're weighty. Alright, I just want to cut off the bit at the top. Sorry, this is going to look really weird. I have a bit where you can scan to make more and obviously I don't want to have that showing up on stream because that wouldn't be good. So I'm just going to trim that bit off of both of them so that... Oh wait, are there two sheets here? Oh no, I was going to say, my god. Don't scare me like that. Oh my god. One sheet, there you go. I have Fadoof. That's not the only one though. And they're circular stickers. So they're like little, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a little circle in the middle of the square. So they're like little circle stickers. And then I do have some big rectangle stickers as well. Yeah! Oh my god, and they look so good, and they look so clear. I was worried it would be kind of blurry because they'd asked for a very specific quality, which is like a little lower than I normally do. But like, it looks really good. Let me just, sorry, it's a bit weird and suspicious that I'm cutting that bit off, but like, I just don't want anyone to scan it because then you'll get some information I don't want you to have. Look at these! Look at these BOOBTOBER stickers! And then look at these little round stickers with a little ghost in it. That means that's everything I needed. Oh my god, it means I can post about this. I don't know what the company is. Look at these! Look at these! And then I also we have so much, so this is going to be part of like a bundle, so I'm going to have a few of these bundles, and these are going to be little BOOBTOBER bundles that you can win if you're a streamer for BOOBTOBER, because I have a few of them. I have a few of the bits and bobs that you'll need for these bundles. So stuff like the little booby bookmarks, and then also the BOOBTOBER ghosts that we commissioned to have made into earrings. So we have those, and they're pink and they glow in the dark. So we have some really cool stuff. And so what we'll do is we'll have like a little bundle of like a couple of these stickers, a big sticker, a pair of earrings, and a bookmark. And I think that's pretty good. That's about what I could manage, I'm sorry. Next year, I'm gonna try and get it so that we have some proper event sponsors, but for now, I think these are pretty cute. And like the earrings and the bookmarks are made by local makers. So people that I can talk to, which is really cool, and I've been able to talk to both of them about what we were doing and what we wanted. So yeah, it's been really cool. And everything's arrived, and I'm very happy. So we have all of this, and I'll probably post a proper picture once I've cut the stickers up a little bit, because yeah, you don't need quite so many maybe. But yeah, I'm really happy. I think they look really cute, and everything looks perfect. It's exactly what I asked for from everyone. So yeah, it's all gone pretty good. Let me put the earrings away first because they need to go down flat. There we go. Goes there, and then put these in here. I will also, so some of them come with what do you call them, business cards, but the bookmarks don't, so I will just post the Etsy store that you can purchase them from, because, and I'll pop that in the BOOBTOBER Discord afterwards, because yeah, they are very good, they're very talented, they make a lot of really cool stuff. Thank you for the party! It's very neat, yeah! This is the perfect time to do this, yeah! How many do we have? I think we have 5 bundle giveaways. I wanted to do 7, but I think we managed to do 5. And yeah, so have some stickers and everything. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. We like to party. The finger bus is coming and everybody's jumping. New York to San Francisco, an interstate free disco. The wheels are still are turning and traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body. Bam 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 bam. Oh dear. So yeah, I've been waiting for those. I still a minute because I've been like, I can't show you the whole bundle together yet because I've still been waiting for those, and I haven't been able to like talk about it like in the Discord. But yes, I think we have 5 of those bundles to give away. The way that those are going to be given away is a little bit different because they are going to be specifically given away to streamers that have taken part in the event. This is a streamer giveaway, not a community giveaway. All of the other giveaways, every single other thing that's being given away as part of BOOBTOBER is a community giveaway. This is the only one that isn't. So please don't worry, like for most things, most of the prizes and stuff like that we've talked about, you can. This is something that I just did, again, out of my own pocket, not sponsored, to support the BOOBTOBER streamers and thank them for the hard work that they've done on their campaigns. So what I'm going to do instead of having it as like a you have to be there to win as most giveaways are, we're going to have a little thing in the Discord where if you would like to enter, you just have to react to it and that will put your name in the hat, and then we can pull them on Halloween, same as everyone else. The only requirement is that you have to have streamed for BOOBTOBER. Yes, if you haven't streamed for BOOBTOBER, you cannot win. So yeah, this is, again, it's a bit different from all the other giveaways, but I've been excited to do it because obviously everyone's been working so hard for BOOBTOBER every year, to be fair, but this year especially, we've had more people than ever. This is technically the biggest BOOBTOBER that we've ever done, and I thought it'd be nice. Again, I tried, to be honest, I did try to reach out to some sponsors and stuff like that from behind the scenes for the last few months, and just no one was very interested in working with me. Not right now as I am. A lot of the time it was like, you need to be at least a partner, or you need to be this, that, the other, and I was like, damn it, I'm trying so hard. But because no one was listening and because I couldn't get through to anyone, I just decided to do them myself, and I don't regret it because I think it got some pretty cool stuff. So you know what? That's fine. I'll do it myself. If it means that I get cool stuff for the community, I don't care. Oh dear, lovely, thank you. No, there's no need to be a thank you. Again, I tried so hard. I can't even say that I got particularly far. Most of them didn't even respond. There are people that have reached out to work with me previously. I'm not going to name any names, not dropping company names there, but there are people that have reached out to work with me that I reached out back and they ignored me. And it's like, wow. I see. So you want to sponsor my stream normally, but as soon as charity is involved, you're not interested? Got you. Understood. I mean, again, I'm not going to tell you who they are because that starts drama, and I am not in the mood for drama right now. But I'm just saying. They're kind of weird and suspicious if you ask me. Oh, you want to sponsor me, but you won't instead sponsor a charity event for breast cancer? Okay. Weird. Trying to get wool companies. Oh, bless you. Bless your heart. God, that's a lot of effort. Thank you so much for trying. Yeah, because boy, do I need wool. Yeah. I'll be honest, I just reached out to people. A lot of them have reached out to me before, so I don't know, man. But yeah, a lot of people want you to have something else that I don't have. So I didn't even get that far. Most of them were just kind of being a butt. But that's okay. Because we're gonna try and get partner for next year, so that next time when I reach out to all the sponsors, maybe some of them respond to me favorably. Because I wanna get more people. I've kind of just taken on the role of I want people to have a good time and be able to, as much as it is a charity event, I want people to have a good time and want to come back to BOOBTOBER and want to do this again next year. And so I'm trying to do everything I can to make it as fun and to make the streamers feel appreciated and know that they're doing a really good job and that we're very, very appreciative of all the hard work that they're doing. So I'm trying very hard to take that angle on BOOBTOBER, and it's difficult. When people are like, oh, we would work for you, but you need to get partner first. And it's like, it's a charity event. It's a charity event. That's not how, I swear to God. But it's been a good learning curve, at least. People will come back, I'm sure, but yeah. I mean, I'm sure people will. I just want everyone to have a really, really good time and like have good memories of it. And hopefully reach their goals and do some silly milestones, but if not, just having a really good time would be the best. Even if, yeah, we managed to rope you into this for several years. I don't know how we keep managing to get you at this point. You know what you're signing up for, and yet you still come back. How have we managed to get you? We've been very blessed. We've been very, very blessed with Isacia. Especially because you came back from a bit of a break from streaming as well, and we still managed to get you again. Which again, we're very appreciative of. We always love having you. But now we managed to get you for 3 years straight, huh? It always works pretty well with work. Yeah, it must just be a good time. We're very, very fortunate though. Definitely none of us are against it. We're like more than happy to have you. We'll have you as many years as you're happy to take part. Ah, dear. Ah, dear. And yeah, this year we've had Prism, who is hit affiliate, which very heckin' deserved. They've been working really hard. Hopefully we get Zombody there soon, and then we have another streamer who is doing their first ever stream as part of BOOBTOBER. So I don't know if I can announce them yet because I don't want to spook them. Do you think it's probably fine, right? They're in the raid train, so you can see them there. What do we think? Do we think it's okay for me to shout them out? Because I'd love to get some people going over and following them and giving them a boost before they first go live. But I also don't want, I'm also aware that I can be a little bit too much for some people, and I don't want to spook anyone, but I do want to shout them out really badly. Oh dear. Don't be too much before the streams. Yeah, I don't want to spook them. They haven't gone live before yet, I don't think, unless maybe. Just hide them in the raid list. Yeah, true. Once that's been announced, maybe once the raid schedule is announced, I can hype them. Am I following them yet? I'm not. Well, I'm gonna send them. Oh, well, they've already got a few followers. Wait, they have done a stream. They've done some testing streams. Oh, I can shout them out then. Ignore me. They've been live. Everything's out the window. And they've also been live with the BOOBTOBER logo and everything on stream. So, yeah, they've already streamed for us. At this stage, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, dear. All right, I would like to introduce you all to another person who is trying to aim for affiliate right now. They've only just started. Yeah, go on then. Go on then. If you would like to send some love towards Elizabeth Blue, they are actually a very close, they're a personal friend of, I believe, Unpredictable Artist. I think you'll see Unpredictable Artist in their test stream because they've just been practicing. Can you pin their donation link? I'm not going to pin their donation link because they're not fundraising until the raid train. So we only pin donation links for people that have already started that side of things. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But I can shout them out so that you could send them some love and meet a new streamer. Oh dear. I could probably pin their donation link after the raid train though. Oh dear. They can be one of those. There we go. Sorry, it took me forever to write shout out there. There you go. You haven't followed Elizabeth Blue. They've just started streaming for the first time ever. They've only done their one stream so far, and they are streaming in the raid train. They are a close friend of Unpredictable Artist, so I'm sure that they can verify that they are a hecking sweet bean. If, you know, doing your first ever stream for charity wasn't obvious enough that they are already a sweet bean. I feel like that's a pretty good for like the sweet bean messaging. First ever stream they've ever done is for charity, which I think that's pretty. I think that says a lot. I think that says a lot, you know? Oh, let me just make sure that I have that. And then where did I put them? Oh, I put them there. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, says a lot about you. Carrie's pom-poms, hell yeah. If you want to go send them a follow, they are going to be streaming during the raid train. They are streaming kind of outside of when I would normally be there. Again, they're more over in the Americans time zones kind of things. Have a good toilet break. So you probably won't see me and them interacting that much because we're like on opposite sides of the world. But good friend of Unpredictable, that's enough of a character check that I need. I believe you. Unpredictable's a very sweet bean. So if Unpredictable says you're a sweet bean, then it must be true. And again, they're aiming for affiliate right now. If you do want to send them any extra love, we've talked about it before, but affiliate is harder than a lot of people make it out to be, and if you don't have like a lot of community support, it can take a really, really long time to hit affiliate. So why not send them some extra love and help them get there, especially when they obviously they're doing a lot, you know, doing their first ever stream for BOOBTOBER. That's got to be quite stressful. So we want to make it as fun as possible for them. So if you do want to go send them some love. Oh, also, speaking of, they're doing something completely different for their BOOBTOBER streams. They are doing like architecture, and you can like basically donate to add bits and bobs to their architectural planning. I will say it's very up my alley because I love buildings. I love watching people make buildings. I think it's really, really cool. So like, yes, am I biased? Yes, because I love buildings, and I think buildings are just awesome, and I love watching people do like all the stuff behind the scenes to like build a building and do technical drawings and all that kind of stuff. They work in like Autodesk and stuff, and I love that program. So am I biased? Very. But isn't that kind of cool? Like, I don't think I follow anyone who does like just straight up architecture streams. Like, that's sick. So yeah, if you want to see something a little different taking place on Twitch from someone who's planning to do some architectural streams and have that as a part of their fundraising, please go check them out. Again, I'm not going to share their donation link just yet because you know, once again, they haven't gone live with it themselves, so I don't want to be like, you know, sending money their way when they haven't even gone live for the first time with that. They've got BOOBTOBER on their setup, but like, you know, they're early daysing at the moment. So yeah, I don't want to overwhelm that. But yeah, if you want to go send them a follow, I feel like that would go a long way. Yes. Oh dear. There we go. And also the stand also has green eyes, so I'm going to do that as well. But I do kind of want... There we go. Over there. We'll have to add some more color because having it just the green right now does look a little odd, but that's okay. We're getting the base in so that we can add some lighter colors later. I was considering adding pink, but I think having both pink and green in the eye might be a bit... It might be like too much. It might be a bit distracting, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to make it that distracting. There we go. And get across to there. It's good that, honestly, that both the stand and her have the same color eye, because honestly, there's no green otherwise on the rest of them, and it would have been a bit weird. There is like gold though, I guess, so I could add that in. There's gonna be like a weird pattern on this bit, but I think I want to do some of the highlights and lowlights first, and then go back and add the patterns later, which is normally the order I do things in. Is going. I haven't actually decided what color we're doing the shadows on this piece yet. I've been using purple a lot recently, but because I've got purple as the top, I don't know if that's like quite what I want to do. So I'm still considering my options, I say, as I'm about to go into it. I have a little look at, see if there's any like colors that are associated with them that would look really good, because yeah, I'm like, definitely not green, I think. Keep green in the eyes only and I'll be okay with that. But what about, oh god, I got like all the steamers and irons up. God damn it, it's only tabs. Okay. I mean, there's gold on this one across the chest piece, so we could do some of that. Maybe we could do a yellow highlight because of the gold, and then for a low light, maybe just blue. I mean, I could do a dark gray or something, but I feel like that's not very exciting. And I do like doing a dark blue. I do have a dark gray, I guess. Would gray actually work? I don't like using gray because I feel like it's a little boring. But at the same time, if there's a lot of other things going on, it might be the best option. Or is it boring? Nah, you know what, we'll do it. We'll give it a go. I haven't done a gray, any kind of gray shading so far. So even if it is a little boring, at least it's something different from the other ones. Because once we hit BOOBTOBER raid train, I won't be doing any pink embroideries until potentially the second to last day. So yeah, we'll have like a little bit of a break from embroidery, so I guess I might as well get it finished. Speaking of, should I spin the wheel today or on the first? Nah, I should probably do it today, shouldn't I? Because that way you can draw up some designs before the next stream where we do it, which even if it is over a week away, it'd probably be nice to have that planning in advance. So I guess we'll be spinning the wheel later. For those who aren't aware, we have a wheel full of pink characters right now. Oh, I just opened my camera software. Okay, well, goodbye everyone. You've all disappeared from me. There we go, that's back. So we have a wheel, which I was trying to open there before I was rudely cut off, which has all of the pink characters on it that we've thought of by, yeah, sorry, I have to leave because my camera software says so. So yeah, these are a load of pink characters that people have suggested and a few that I've thought up myself. When we'll do this at the end, I would say, like, so not right now, but if you have any more pink characters that you're interested in that you'd want to add. What was the one that you just added, Zero? Because by this, Regina George, I'm betting the wheel lands on Regina George, because I feel like so far every single one that's gotten picked is like one that you like. And since that's the one that you suggested to be added, and the last one you suggested to be added also got picked, I'm gonna guess that it'll be Regina George. Although if I had to pick one that I wanted to do, I don't really know. The only one that I don't really want to do is Mr. Blobby still. I'm still not particularly hyped about doing a Mr. Blobby embroidery. Dear, I'm not taking any responsibility. It's just really a weird coincidence that they've all been characters. I feel like the only thing that the three characters have in common, except for being pink, are they are the characters that you like. Listen, I'm not accusing you of anything. I definitely would never accuse you of like rigging the wheel, but I do think it's worth mentioning. Oh dear. Especially considering, like, I can't even say they're all characters that I like because I've never watched One Piece. So I've done a character that I don't even know. Oh dear. So they don't even have that in common. Of being like, oh yeah, you know, what they have in common is they're all characters Jelly really likes. I will say I was quite excited to do Trish though. That was, out of all of them, although I actually don't think it's my favorite. I think I really like this one. Mitsuri's, I think, ended up really good, and I really like the hair. I do like the hair of this one as well. I think so far these two are actually my favorite, which are the two that I had nothing to do with. Although, that being said, there's still time because I'm still working on Trish's. I think Trish's is a bit more simple, but I do like how it's turned out. You don't? Oh, do you not? Oh, sorry, I thought you were a JoJo fan. My bad. I don't know why I thought that then. I put that on you for no reason. Okay, well, there you go. You can refuse responsibility then. Yeah, this is Trish from JoJo's. Yeah. Which was a character that I was interested in doing, but I haven't really done the bit that I was interested in doing with Trish, which would have been, to be fair, like doing more of the JoJo style line art, because we ended up zooming out so much and doing Trish with their stand. I didn't really get a chance to do any of the JoJo line work I was talking about, which is fine, to be fair, like, it's not a problem. But yeah, and to be fair, I do actually really like how the hair turned out. At least so far, I think the hair looks pretty sick. But yeah, I guess it wasn't quite what I was thinking, but I'm still happy that I did it. And yeah, I didn't even think to have the stand there, and then somebody in chat mentioned it, and it's like, you know, the stand do be pink though. You're behind? Fair. I mean, there is always a lot of JoJo. Because there's season 6 out now, isn't there? For like, obviously, I'm sure it's further if you're reading it, but like, if you're specifically watching it, season 6 is out. There we go. There we go. Alright, get that under there. Do I want to put collarbones in? I kind of do. I kind of do want to put collarbones in. I don't normally, because they don't really make... Collarbones do not really make sense in the anatomy of the characters I draw, because I give them such like tall necks. So I don't normally do collarbones, but I'm going to try and add a few extra lines in, because it's JoJo, and I feel like a few extra lines is important. So like some little muscle lines and stuff like that. Go on then, go on. We'll have like some little muscle lines. Plus it's in grey, so it's not too, although I don't believe that Trish is, well, she's not muscular, I guess. She's not like JoJo muscular, but she's not completely unmuscular either. She has like, I guess, an average amount of muscle. There we go. I do really like how the women look in JoJo. I know a lot more you see the men, because it's like quite a... It's an intense art style, and I get why. The men's outfits and costumes and demeanor are all very intense, but I really, really like, I don't know, I like how the women look in JoJo as well. I think they look pretty cool. I think the women, female designs are like pretty fun. Oh dear. Okay, get that out there. Oh dear. You gonna see Fanny? Wait, what's Fanny? Other than, I know what the slang of Fanny is, but is it like a movie? I can't say that I've heard of it. Oh dear, JoJo's pretty male heavy. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more men in JoJo. I don't know, there's something about the female designs that I do like. When they pop up, they're pretty cool. Oh, it is a vagina muse. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, I don't know if it's anything to do with like what I think of when I think Fanny, but like, so I want to put like, you know, words in people's mouths. There's a vagina museum, is there? Wait, when did that exist from? In the UK, is it? Wait, sorry, maybe a very suspicious thing to look up, but vagina museum. Oh. Oh, interesting. Let me as well first. Huh. In 2023, the museum opened its new long-term location. Oh, okay, so it's been around for a minute, but like, it's just now it's long-term. Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. Wait, weirdly, I do not see the UK as a place that would have this, but I do think that that's really, really cool that we do have that. Like, very cool of them. I don't know, I just don't see British people, I guess though, more and more British people are like open to talking about stuff, and like, especially when it comes to women's health and stuff, we're a bit behind. I do think that this is this is really cool. Oh my god. Well, thank you for sharing the good news. That's really sick. Well, London is, yeah. London, I guess, of all the places in the UK would be that I guess that makes the most sense. It's the most diverse, it's got the most going on. It's a bit more up to date than the rest of us. Oh dear. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, see, now I want to go see it. I wonder if I can convince Shiny. Can we go all the way to London? I really want to see. We saw in Amsterdam, because in Amsterdam, well, there's a museum of sex, but the thing is, and actually both me and another, I don't know if the other streamer talked about it on stream that they went there, so I'm not going to out them and say that we both went to the sex museum, but the other streamer I talked to that went, we both had the same thought of it's a very, very straight, like, I get why, but I also kind of don't get why, because I feel like there is a lot of examples of gay sex in history. So yeah, we went to the Sex Museum in Amsterdam. It was straighter than I thought it would be, which was a shame. And there was also, again, like, definitely less of an emphasis on women and a lot more penis. But which I could have maybe seen that bit coming. Yeah, I did think though maybe that the Amsterdam's sex museum, because there was a section that was like you couldn't go there, and in that section there was a rainbow flag, so by now it might have a whole section for like gayness, but like because we couldn't enter that section when we were there, there was just like there was maybe like 2 paintings that had indicated gay relations, and that was it. Like in the whole museum of thousands. And I do think probably partially is it that bit was like blocked off, so we actually couldn't go. But yeah, both me and another streamer that I will not name had the same, we all had the same, like, it was very straight. It was very, very straight. Concerningly straight, because I know enough about history to know that history isn't that straight. But okay. But yes, it seems like potentially the area that would have all of that in was just under renovations. But vaginas are still a myth in Wales. Well, I didn't really mean Wales in general. I actually meant just like the rest of the UK in general. Like, is a bit behind. It isn't just Wales, because like where I grew up as well was also like pretty conservative about talking about stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't imagine they'd have had it either, and that's in England. Oh dear. No gay? Sam, I know, right? We were like expecting there to be more gay, and like it was like the first thing a few of us said when we left. We were like, it was really, really interesting, but like very straight. And like, it's nothing against, like, obviously straight relations have a lot of history as well, but I feel like it kind of missed a lot of history which was very not straight, and honestly kind of exciting. Why would you miss it? It's the exciting bit. Give us that. It's just arguably gayer than modern times. Exactly. Which is why it was so odd that it was so straight. But again, maybe that's changed now. If anyone is going to the Sex Museum in Amsterdam after they've reopened that section that I did see the pride flag in, maybe let me know. Is it gayer now? Did they bring back the gay? I hope so. Oh dear. Chinese emperors openly had male concubines. Yeah, like there's a lot of history about that. You've never been taught. Really? Wait, actually, you never had to have to... Wait, actually, I can't tell if you're joking or not, Robert. Really? You never had to learn about periods? That seems very unfair that you don't, like, that if you don't have to have them and you also don't have to learn about them? Oh, what the heck? No, I think everyone should know what a period is. Everyone should know, regardless of whether you have a vagina or not. It's useful to know that kind of stuff. That's just useful information. Oh dear, I swear. Oh my god. Obviously that's not your fault, that's the British education system sometimes. Primary school, girls and guys were separated. See, we had no separation. So we learned about everything together. The only people, there were some people that get pulled by their parents, so they weren't allowed in it. But everyone else was no separation, so... Yeah, we all learnt about everything together. I think the only things that were technically separated, girls going into secondary school were given care packages, which are basically like boxes of tampons and pads in case their families couldn't afford to buy them, which is really sad. Honestly, the more I look back at the things my school did, the more I'm like, Jesus. I don't think I had a great school by many, but they looked after their kids as best they could. But yeah, that was the only thing that would have been like girls only, because both girls and boys were given condoms. It does bear to mention, by the way, because it might sound weird that was happening in high school. In the UK, the age of consent is 16, so you would reach the age of consent while still in school. So yes, it does seem odd to some. That's the sort of thing you need to mention, I guess, with a worldwide audience. Just a heads up, age of consent here is different. You were never given condoms? Oh my god, we were given condoms. We were given condoms quite a bit, actually. So did you not have the thing where, like, after sex ed, like, all of the kids would blow up the condoms and throw them around the school for a bit, and you could tell when somebody had sex ed because there were condoms everywhere? You didn't have that experience? Because I did. Yeah. They were everywhere. Everywhere, I tell you. But yeah, we had sex ed together, like boys and girls. So like the guys would learn about periods and the girls would learn about like penis. Honestly, there wasn't quite so much on the guy side. Don't get people pregnant because they will die, and also it's just not very fun. You know, if you're still trying to get through education, there's a lot of extra pressure. Oh dear. Did you have cucumbers? No, we had a plastic penis, with like a base on it and then a penis on it. Yeah, we had that. Yeah, I don't know if there's a real name for that. It's not a dildo. It's like just a big base, like a heavy base, and then penis. Yeah, that's what we had. Oh dear. Yeah, no cucumbers for us, which I think is a good thing though. I wouldn't. No. Oh dear. I realized through next sex education apparatus putting condoms on, but we had cucumbers. Really? You had cucumbers and bananas? We had like a plasticky thingy that you could put on your desk and it had like a heavy base. Oh dear. No, someone had to demonstrate putting a condom on and it was so aggressive. Oh my god. But not on episode. Oh my god. No, not that. Anything but that. Oh dear. Very not allowed. Nope. We didn't have the plastic. Aggressive application. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we had a piece of apparatus for that, and it was good. We also had like a few bits and bobs, but yeah, a lot of it was to do with STIs, STDs, things that you could pick up, like making sure to wear condom. Here's a condom, by the way. Thank you. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, there was a lot more focus on that sort of side of things. Obviously, pregnancy was a bit of it, and periods were also a part of it, but a lot more of it was STDs and STIs. And, the precautions you can take to avoid STDs and STIs, and pregnancy, and contraception options. That was the other thing. And that's the thing, men were with us, were also sitting through contraceptive options. So like, it wasn't like it was only the women, like the guys would have to sit in on it too, and also learn about the options for women. Yeah, so, and also guys, to be fair though, I do think the guys in our school were taught some genuinely important stuff. Like, you should ask a woman if she's on contraceptive. It's good practice if you don't know to ask, because yeah, best to check. And I do think those are like lessons that like, if you're a woman and you don't want to get pregnant, make sure on your contraceptive. If you're a guy, you can ask women if they're on contraceptive. It's not like a bad word, and it's like, yeah, fair. Honestly, very fair. I guess just the open talking about it was really good. We did come from a school that had I don't know how to talk about this in a nice way, but like, yeah, a lot of kids got pregnant. And they were kids. A lot of kids got pregnant young. A lot of young parents and stuff like that. So they would do like a lot of lessons that were teaching about parenthood, because statistically in our school, it was relatively likely that you would become a parent when you were still underage. Yeah. Ah, dear. Don't imagine that you're going to prison. Can you imagine? No! I remember police had taken us in a truck full of drugs. What? Okay, well now that we didn't have. A policeman took you on a truck full of drugs? Wait. I'm sure there was a good lesson there, but what? Saying we were given nothing. To be honest, sex ed was horrible. Yeah, we were quite lucky. I mean, there were things that were obviously like people would take the mick out of a lot. I remember very like, oh god, there was some weird stuff. Yeah, but like people would take the mick out of a lot of things. And there was like, kids don't always have the best filter and can be pretty nasty a lot of the time. And that changes with sex ed. Like people can say some pretty, like you look back on it and you're like, yeah, that was pretty awful to say that. But yeah, like it was, everyone was underage. Everyone was a kid, making jokes and stuff like that. Nobody meant any harm, I doubt. And we were also lucky that we were also taught about gay relationships. We were taught about, we weren't taught a lot about transgender, I will say. I don't remember any non-binary transgender kind of stuff. I remember like gay, lesbian, bisexual, and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't remember so much about transgender people and transgender issues. I'm not just sure if that's like because of the time, if that's something that would be added now or not. I don't know, because it's been a minute since I've been in school. But everything else we were pretty thorough on. We had the teacher hand out drugs in sealed containers. What? This is my turn now to be like, actually what? Really? Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I can tell you 100% we didn't have that. Oh my god. If teachers would have flipped out doing that. We had a very open-minded teacher, but we just had books. Did you have like the little booklets that they'd give out to you? Like getting your first period and all that kind of stuff? Did you get the little period booklets? And pregnancy booklets and all that kind of stuff? Because, yeah. Oh my god. That's the thing, I guess, is that the classes were mixed for us, but like the booklet handing out was not. Like the girls definitely got a lot more booklets than the guys got. We all got like the STD and STI ones, but like when it came to pregnancy and like birth control and all that, and periods, that was all women. That was all women's. We were the only ones who got those ones. Even if we took the class together. I was doing like a truck. What the heck? What the hell? Like definitely not enough. What the? Oh, gay stuff when I said because I had no idea what's safe and what's not. Yeah. See, that's the thing is like those kind of lessons are like people will laugh and jeer and like, you know, I was very much in the school where like people would call each other gay as an insult and stuff like that. So it's like I don't want to come across as like our school was heavenly if you were gay or anything. It was not. But like. They did at the very least make an effort to teach people about it, even though they knew a lot of the kids would take the mick. They still tried, and the effort is appreciated, I guess. One of those situations, you tried. P can't be held in like P. Wait, I just learned that P can't be held. Oh, okay. I have just in fact learned the weird contradictions of piss themselves. And like that, you know, you're reaching close to enlightenment there, I think. That's the heavy stuff. That's difficult. Good on you, Grobbit. Oh dear, periods can't be held. No, they cannot. There is no way of holding in a period. It sucks. Literally there is nothing you can do. And you know, there is a feeling a lot of the time when that ball drops and it's like, great. I know this feeling, I know what's going to happen, and I physically can't stop it, and the only thing I can do is sprint through a toilet, and there's nothing else I can do. It's awful. They suck so much. Oh dear. Oh no, and I don't trust Google. I would say if you have any charity support centers for, like, there are a lot of places that are like safe places for LGBTQA+. Youth, but also adults, I would say contact either by phone or if you can go to a walk-in center, go to one of those places. They do a lot of classes, basically on stuff that you would miss out on in school when they don't include gay relationships. That's, you know, if it's not something you want to talk to friends about, if it's not something that you can feel like you can Google, those are good options. And I don't know what you will have near you exactly, but I know at least in the UK there are certain helplines and health lines and things you can talk to about people, and it just gives you someone in like a safe space that you can ask these sort of questions to without any judgment or concern. And also with a lot of anonymity if you are anxious, which I think a lot of us are anxious. I haven't eaten, my brain's at 20%, 20% brain, 50% piss. Touring police truck, I could draw it for you, but literally have 2 benches inside, lots of Scarred for life. Oh my god, that would terrify me when the ball drops. When the ball drops. I think that's the other thing, is like, literally, I've tried, so periods suck for so many reasons, but they really, really hurt. But then also, like, you try and explain it as a feeling to people, and it's very difficult. Like, the closest, it feels very dramatic to say it, the closest feeling to a period that I have ever experienced is quite literally having salmonella, because those cramps, salmonella cramps, like probably the worst kind of food poisoning you can get. Salmonella cramps are very similar to period cramps. But salmonella is treated seriously in periods, nobody cares. You just have to suffer and it sucks. Unless you get a good doctor, in which case keep that doctor forever, never let them go. That's your doctor for life now. They want to retire? I'm afraid not. They're good with periods. Keep them. Oh dear. I remember our biology teacher told us to pee after schmex, and it was the best. Like, actually, like, people, we were taught that in sex ed, but there's been so many people I know that never got given that advice, and it's like, oh my god, you need to know that. That's important. Very important. My god. Don't ask why. I'll tell you people why you pee after sex if you need it. Like, if there's any people in here that don't know and would like to know, and I'll say it. It's really important. Do it. Oh dear. Chain them to a radiator. Exactly. Oh dear. Peeing after sex, I actually recommend. Yeah, don't ask why. 100%. Always pee before too. Just you know, and depending on the person with, you could just pee throughout, you know. We are a very fluid forward stream. Who says you have to stop? Not me. Oh dear. No, you pee after sex to avoid getting UTIs, and god do you want to avoid getting a UTI. I mean, sometimes you can't avoid them. I think some people are just more prone to getting them, but UTIs suck. Not contagious. You cannot catch a UTI. They affect women a lot more than men because of the length of the tube thingy is shorter, so you're more likely to get the infection as a woman. Not contagious at all, but really sucky. Really massively sucky. The worst. Oh dear. Or just wash it. Jump and shower. Yeah, UTI is not fun. Wash before and after. You could wash, yeah, and pee throughout. That's the real advice, is just never stop pissing. Oh dear, I'm sure it'll go down really, really well. UTIs are not fun. It is for masochists. There is I feel like a certain level of control that, yeah, I'm sure even masochists may like. Never stop peeing. Just never stop peeing. If you never stop peeing, then you can't get a UTI, and that's the real advice they should be giving in schools. If you just pee forever, then you should be safe, and that means you never have to go through it. And that's the future that we hope for everyone, is that you never have to go through a UTI, because they're not very fun. They really hurt. And once again, I feel like it's one of those things that, like, doctors, I will say though, at least in my experience, doctors take it seriously, but like, you call into work saying you have a UTI and you can't come in, they're like, walk it off, and it's like, no, my god, it hurts, leave me alone. Let me take a day off work, please. Oh dear. But at least with that one, I feel like doctors take it seriously, so you've at least got half of it. Oh dear. True, if you stand up straight, you can't get... True. That definitely stops the baby, yeah. Oh dear. So pee breaks all around. Everyone keep peeing. Great advice. Just never stop peeing. If you never stop peeing, then you'll never get a UTI, and yeah. There you go, done. Gravity in it. Exactly. Conversely, if you go upside down afterwards, then you'll always get pregnant. Yeah, that's definitely it. Oh dear. Hell yeah. Wait, are you just one long piece? Oh, sure. Okay, cool. I'll just use the whole thing then. We're getting there, by the way. Shading is happening. It's not the most dramatic in the world. It's definitely not JoJo levels of dramatic, but I'm giving it a go. Oh dear. Oh yeah, every time I do DI, it's such a horrible back pain and I just can't move, and the bosses don't get it. Yeah, like the amount of times, like, it's not even just me, like other girls, because I worked with a lot of women because, you know, bras, boobs, breast reductions, enlargements, you know, generally it's a lot of women. So I worked with, I think, only women basically, except for a couple of managers that had occasionally be men. And yeah, the amount of times like women came in and they were like, yeah, I have a UTI right now. I will say, this is one of those things, you know, when people like women talk about stuff without men, UTIs is one of them. Like, I feel like women with each other are pretty open about it, but they're not with men. And so, yeah, it's just one of those things. You might not hear about them as much if you're a bloke, but women talk to each other about it a lot, at least in my experience. I was quite surprised the first time a woman came up to me and was just like, dude, I got a UTI. Heckin' sucks. I'm like, oh, oh, are we that level of open? Okay. I'm a conservative lady. I didn't realize. Oh dear. So you know, had a child, you know they can do a headstand. Yeah, it's honestly, it's even more impressive. We don't give mothers enough credit. for their athleticism. What do you use to work as? I did post-surgery fittings, or pre-surgery occasionally, but it was called a post-surgery fitter for people that were going through breast cancer. But because it was part of the NHS, we also sometimes would do enlargements, reductions, and transitional surgeries. So for people that are going through a big change in their chest and having surgery in their chest, we would help fit them with their bindings bras for drainage and tubage. And then a few months later, we would fit them with their non-wired, and then we'd give them their final size after around a year. Although depending on the person, it could be longer or shorter, because healing times are pretty heavily dependent on the treatment that you've been through and also your age. So if you're a bit older, it could be quite a bit longer than a year. If you're a bit younger, it could be even less than a year. Depends on the person. Or they're hung on like a clothing line by their ankles, which is terrifying. And once again, they deserve credit for that, because that's very scary. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Also, if you're confused on what we're talking about right now, we're talking about sex education, not the television show, but like just generally what sex education was like for everyone and like the different levels we got. Like we had a lot to do with STDs and STIs and pregnancy, which it seems like a lot of people here didn't get, but we didn't really have anything to do with drugs or like very, very little to do with drugs. Like we had the PowerPoint presentation with like the spider that's on like cannabis or whatever. But that was about it. Like nothing more intense than that. We had like, yeah, like the PowerPoint presentation was like, this is a spider on cannabis, this is a spider on cocaine, and they would make different webs, which, to be fair, if you've not seen, is very interesting. I do feel kind of bad for the spiders, but like, it is an interesting study. What spider? Wait, have you not seen this? Let me get you the drug spiders. Spiders. Don't worry, you don't see any, by the way, it's just the webs. You don't see any actual spiders for people that have phobias. It's just the webs. Yeah. Oh, let me get this one. It is really, really interesting. Like genuinely, I thought it was cool at the time, and I still do think it was cool. I do feel kind of bad still for the spiders, but is it kind of cool? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. All right, here you go. See? Like what it looks like when they take. Didn't they drug? They didn't drug up actual spiders. No, they did. They did. Sorry, just to be clear. Here are some pictures of webs when they put spiders on drugs and then make them make the webs. This was what our drug education was like. They were like, look at this. Here is a normal spider web. Here is a spider on LSD. Here's a spider on marijuana. Here's a spider on sleeping pills. Here's a spider on caffeine. Here's a spider on benzedrine. And it's like, yeah. I might not have been this exact picture, but like this is kind of what we were given, is like spiders on different drugs and like how they made their webs differently based on the drugs. What does this teach? I don't know. I'm not sure. But like this is what we were given when it came to like drug use. This is why I was so surprised when like you guys were like you had a lot going on, because this is what we got when it came to like the use of drugs. They just showed us this and I don't know what it's meant to mean. I really don't, but that's what we got. We had don't do drugs, kids. Looks at these spiders, they're on drugs. And it was like, oh, okay. Oh dear. Yeah. The last one looked fun. What, benzedrine? I actually don't know what that one is. I like the LSD one because like, look, they didn't even connect it, those lazy spiders. They just gave up. They were like started making a woman, they were like, nah, I'm good actually. And you know what? I've had enough of that. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. I remember someone in my high school came in a briefcase full of drugs, and funny that they said that drugs were more important. Really? Oh, see, ours was so different. I'm genuinely so shocked that you guys got so much stuff to do with drugs, because we really did not, where I went to school at least. They told you to make awesome art, you need drugs. They kind of did. Not maybe on purpose, but like, I don't know how this is reading to you, but this was the extent of our drug stuff. Like literally, we had, I think they maybe gave us like a booklet at the end, maybe. But like, this is all they taught us about for drugs. Like, we didn't get anything else. So like, you look at this and like, I don't know what I'm meant to get from this. That the best drug to be on is like, marijuana? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is either, but I'm glad they now told us about it. Yeah, they're like, this is really important. We put spiders on drugs? Look at it. Wow, okay. And then that's that. Cool. Nice. Now let's talk about pregnancy. And it's like, okay, cool, yeah. I think we had like one lesson on drugs, but like, again, a lot of it was really focused on the spiders. It's the only bit that I really remember about it. I probably got a leaflet at the end and that's about it. So I mainly just looked. I don't even know what humans look like on drugs. I just know what spiders look like on drugs. What's kind of weird though is the amount of studies that have been done of putting spiders on drugs. Like, why do people keep drugging spiders? We know what happens when you put spiders on drugs. They get high. Like, I don't, like when you Google this is like, so many people have done this. So it's not like it was like, can we stop doing this now? Can we maybe stop putting spiders on drugs? I don't know what I meant to be learning from it. Other than, yeah, spiders can get high. We did a lot of talking about drugs, explaining what they did, and had so many documents about people that got addicted. See, that would have been really good, because like I had none of that. And luckily I'm okay, I'm fine. Like I've never really had too much interest, to be honest, so I've been in a safe place. But I think with drugs, it often targets vulnerable people, and like just not having the information, I feel like almost automatically makes you a vulnerable person and someone who could be targeted by this sort of thing. So yeah, like I feel like this could have been really good information. Why did we not get told any of it? Don't get me wrong, the STD stuff is really useful, and I'm still glad that we got taught about stuff like that, but still. Oh dear, it sounds like animal cruelty, for sure. Kink, maybe. Jelly sex ed teacher, don't have sex because you will get pregnant and die. Don't have sex in the missionary position. Don't have sex standing up. Just don't do it, okay? Now everyone take some rubbers. But like, actually... actually though, yeah, like again, I do need to keep clarifying this, because I do think it could become very suspicious to be in school receiving condoms. Age of consent in the UK is 16, which means that, you know, you will hit the age of consent while still in school. Whatever you think about that, that's why they would give out, you know, rubbers and stuff like that, is because the kids would technically be of the age of consent a lot of the time. So it's like, yeah, you need these. Oh dear. It's a difficult one to speak to about to an international audience a little bit, because like I do have to clarify. I know it sounds weird, but like different country, different laws, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm glad about the things they did teach us about. But yeah, they really didn't do a whole lot on drugs, and they did show us the spider stuff though, which is, again, it's interesting. Like, okay, cool. There's been so many studies of putting spiders on drugs as well, like at this point. Like there's so many images popping up of different spiders or different drugs. The caffeine does seem to be a consistent one though. I didn't realize that caffeine affected spiders as much. Different sex laws? What? Yeah, what else did we do in sex ed? Oh, to be fair though, a big part of our sex ed was split up because we also all got our first aid certificate. So like we had like a couple months where we were just learning first aid, and some people did level 2 and some people did level 1 and all that kind of stuff. So we all got first aid trained as part of our sex ed. I don't know. You know, it sounds normal to me until I say it aloud, and then it's like, it is kind of weird that was part of our sex ed, was first aid training, but I'm so used to it because obviously everyone in my school did the same thing, so it's like, yeah, until you say it aloud it doesn't really feel like it's that odd, but it was useful and I stand by it. That was actually really good to learn. Age should be restricted. I think in Germany 16-year-old can have sex with 16-year-old, but if you're 20 you can't have sex with 16. I think it makes sense. Yeah, I'm not the right person to talk to about that sort of stuff, because like I really do not know enough about it, and also I'm more interested in piss, so like it doesn't really, I don't know, I don't have a history with it, nor any interest. First aid taught in school, nice. Yeah, it was actually, and your parents could opt to have you out, but it was opt out, not opt in. So everyone, unless their parents opted them out of learning first aid, automatically learned first aid, which I actually think was really good. Like, again, a lot of stuff I don't think my school did very well, but that in particular, it's like, yeah, that honestly could save someone's life. And it meant that every year, did anyone opt out? Yes. We did have a few people every year who would opt out. Yes. I don't remember why, but I do know that they did. Why? I don't know. But I do know that there were, every single year, there'd be a few people that would choose to opt out of it. But yeah, I couldn't give you the reason, and also it wasn't them, it would be the parents would choose for them to opt out. So once again, I can't really pretend to know why that happened, but I know that it was consistent that people did opt out every year. I just don't know why. Why was someone opt out? I don't know. I do not know, and I couldn't tell you. And I also know that it wasn't the student's choice, it would be a parental choice. Because they had like, you know those like temporary classrooms you get? So whenever those lessons be on, those kids would just go and do like private study in the temporary classrooms, because obviously they still had a study session then, so yeah. That's the only really reason I know about it, is because they'd all go over there. Oh dear. In Czech you can do things when you're 15, yeah. Oh dear. Tories in it, maybe, I don't know. I really don't know why someone would opt out. Why save someone else's life if it's not your own? True. Why are we not taught to perform first aid on ourselves, huh? But yeah, we were taught like, well, it's like all the basics that you do for like first aid, basically, like the whole learning how to do chest compressions on different ages, like choking. Like there was actually a video though recently, did you guys see? It kind of went a little viral, of like a person in school at the cafeteria started like actually choking, so they couldn't breathe, they couldn't cough it up, and they just got stuck there. And they got up, tried to like throw up in a bin, it didn't work, they couldn't get it out, and it was clearly lodged. And a student comes up behind them, performs the perfect Heimlich maneuver, and then and that's it, it's done. And it's like, wouldn't it be great if everyone just had the ability to just go up if they saw someone having that and do it? Like, and to be honest, props to that person, because it is a very scary situation to find someone who is like in the middle of choking. And they were both students, so like they were very young. They did a very good job. But yeah, before a teacher even could get there and help, a student performed the Heimlich maneuver on another student, and they were fine. Mad, like actually, and really, but like a good kind of mad, like good mad. That's the kind of stuff where it's like, that kind of information is really useful. And so yeah, we were taught that in school, and yeah, it's just handy. It's just handy. Dear. Corn is 18 plus, and I believe they should make 15 plus corn with. Right, but you can watch it anyway, and better watch the good one showing normal specs, not this kid. I'm not going to get into. I will be very clear. I ain't getting into the age of consent on stream right now, because that is a complicated topic. If you want to talk about that, you're going to need to go elsewhere. That is too much for me on a Monday. Oh dear. I just need to clarify it so people don't know. Also, oh my god, Red, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. We're talking about sexual education in schools and like where it fails and where it does really well. Welcome on in. Oh, is that gonna work? Hell yeah, it did. Thank you, by the way, Grubbit. I do appreciate it. My boy, god damn it, Grubbit. God damn it. But yeah, we were talking a little bit about learning first aid in school as well, because that was, it was part of the curriculum in my school, was that we all learnt first aid, and it was opt out rather than opt in, which meant that all the kids in my school learnt basic first aid. Like they would get their first aid certificate. So for stuff like choking, for like, you know, putting people in the recovery position and all that, every kid in my school, except for like a few that were opted out by their parents, which I still don't know why, learnt first aid, which I thought was really kind of nice. It was really nice. And yeah, it's useful information. How was your stream? What did you get up to? We are actually, we're talking about completely random stuff, but we are in fact raising money and awareness for breast cancer this month, because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we run an event called BOOBTOBER, where we basically just talk about BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, and raise money and awareness for breast cancer, because there's lots of myths around breast cancer, there's lots of things that people don't know about, and just knowing the signs and symptoms can help you keep yourself safe. A chance of Clowder. We love Clowder. I actually, you know what? I probably would love Chowder, but I've never had it before. But I think I would like it a lot. Also, our cat, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. I should say as well, Red, if you are busy, if you do need to look after yourself off stream, completely understandable. Do not worry. I don't want you to feel like you have to pop in here if you've got the stuff going on. You take care of yourself first. You'd be always welcome. What's back in it? We are not sexting. We're definitely not sexting. That's for sure. No. We're talking about bits and bobs, but not that. Oh dear. Hi, OBS crashed on me after going over 13 hours? Wait, did you just do it? Okay, well, first of all, can I just reiterate, if you need to go sleep, if you need to go look after yourself post-stream, please do. As much as you are very, very welcome here. But like, can anyone else from Reds clarify, did they just stream for 13 hours straight? Because, oh my god, that's a long stream. Bless you. Heck, please look after yourself. That's a hecking long stream. We are making some embroideries, so we're just actually going in and adding some extra colors right now. I'm going through and just adding some bits and bobs. We're doing pink characters for breast cancer awareness, so we're doing lots of pink people, and we have a really cool wheel which has loads of pink characters on it that we can spin once we finished each embroidery, so that the random wheel can basically give us our next one. And here's all of our pink characters. We got loads. We got like a big old list here. So yeah, that's all we're doing. Oh dear, sewing some patches for a hoodie and sewing a cat plushie. Clouder is a group of cats. Heckin' nice. Well, I knew I liked Clouder, you know? I was gonna say, like, I think I'd also be kind of interested in Chowder, to be fair, but I might be more interested in Clouder, can't lie. Yeah, if you need to go look after yourself post-stream, because that is a very hecking long stream, please do. For anyone popping by who is interested, we can give you some quick breast cancer facts if you would like. For instance, did you know, which I'm sure a lot of people here already know because they've been here a few times now, that men get breast cancer? And not only do men get breast cancer, if you're a man who gets breast cancer, you actually have a higher likelihood of dying from it. Partially because so many men don't realize that breast cancer is on the cards and is something that they can get, but also because men are just generally, because of society, goddamn society, are less likely to take themselves to the doctor, which puts them automatically at a higher risk of complications when it comes to cancer. Yeah, so if you're a bloke, this BCRF, this Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this Boobtober, if you're a bloke, the best thing you can do for yourself is to know the symptoms of breast cancer for yourself and make sure that you'll take yourself to the doctor if you're ever concerned. 13 hours as a mod, it was a real surprise! Oh god, I can't bless you. Heckin' big mod love to you. Everyone should get their tits out and also check them. Yeah, well, it's important to know what's normal for you. And like, of course, having like some little lumpy bump, like I guess breast tissue in general is not completely smooth, so it's not unusual to have some, you know, unusual bits and bobs, and everyone's different. You know, most people have one boob bigger than the other and stuff like that. It's not immediate cause for concern. What you're looking for is things that have changed, and to know if things have changed, you need to know what's normal for you first. So for instance, are you somebody who has inverted nipples normally? Like, double check, have a little look. Are your nipples inverted? If they are, it's good to know. If they're not, that's fantastic. Basically, it means if you ever notice that one of your nipples has suddenly inverted, you know that, well, it wasn't inverted before, let me go to the doctors. It's stuff like that. Where it's like, most of the time, there shouldn't be anything of concern going on. And we don't do Breast Cancer Awareness Month to make people really afraid of breast cancer. It's just to be aware of the signs and symptoms because it is so common, and to make sure that they know, yeah, no, go to the doctor. Literally, just go to the doctor. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. It's showing the most self-advocacy, is that if you are ever concerned, to go to the doctor. And that's what we preach during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is if you are concerned, please don't wait around on it. Please don't come into stream being like, oh, I'm a little concerned about a lump. What should I do? You should already know the answer. You should already know. You don't need to come into stream and ask. If you don't know what you should do and you have any health concerns, you should go to a doctor. Ah, dear. And that's regardless of your gender, that's regardless of your age. Honestly, it's regardless of basically anything. Like, whatever your age, whatever your gender, if you are concerned about something going on in your chest, which might be something that isn't a lump. A lump is the most common, but you could also have a one side suddenly growing a lot or being very uncomfortable and painful. You could have, like I mentioned earlier, your nipple could suddenly invert. You could have had an outward facing nipple and suddenly one of your nipples has started to go inside. That would be a concern, go to the doctor. You could have a rough, unusual patch of skin, which again, I've always called it orange peel skin, which basically is like, it's got the texture of like orange peel. It's very dimpled and odd. But yeah, an unusual rash on the chest. That is enough to mean that you should be going and checking it out. And if you have any of those symptoms and you've been sitting around on them for a while, this is your notice to go get it checked out. You need to go get it checked out. Stop sitting around on it. Go have a look. Because again, there's a lot of things it could be that isn't cancer. Cancer really is kind of the worst case scenario, but best to know because it's very difficult to diagnose without getting help from a doctor. Also, I really like how Trish's hair is turning out. Look at the yellow in there. I think it looks really, really cool. Very textured and fun. I do want to put a little bit more on the face, to be honest, but I'm really, really pleased with how the hair is looking. Oh dear. So I'm currently house sitting. There's a good amount of space here that I don't normally have in my crafting desk. So I wanted to go until I was done with everything that didn't need hand sewing because I can't fit a sewing machine in the desk. Oh, how lovely. What a lovely opportunity while house sitting as well. Hell yeah. Lovely. Oh, I'm glad that you've made the most of it. Again, if you do need to go get some rest or some food or anything really, please do. You'd be more than welcome to. Otherwise, for anyone who's new here, hello, hi, my name is Jelly, and I am a really big advocate of titties. I really like boobs. I like all boobs. I like man boobs. I like woman boobs. I like every boob. Trans and non-binary boobs. We like all boobs here, and we want all boobs to be happy and safe and protected this October. So if you have boobs, which by the way you do, everyone does. Everyone has boobs. Make sure that you're looking after them. Make sure you know what's normal for you. And if you know anyone who is confused, who doesn't understand, like, you know, maybe like, you know, a bloke who's like, oh yeah, I do breast cancer awareness stuff because I care about my sister and my mother. Or maybe tell them, hey, do you care about yourself? Do you also want to be protected? Because you could get it too. Like that kind of stuff. You'll often see as well, because advertisement for breast cancer is so female leaning, that it'll actually ignore a lot of the stuff to do with male breast cancer because it doesn't fit what they're trying to talk about, which is, you know, it's fine. And talking about female breast cancer, there's no problem with that because it is the most common cancer that you can get as a woman. It is important that women know about it, but it is also equally as important that men know about it too. Because once again, it shouldn't be that if you're a man, that you are more likely to die of breast cancer, because male breast cancer is not any more dangerous than female breast cancer. So the fact that you are at a higher risk of dying from male breast cancer as a man than you are as a woman, like, that's not how it should be. And so we're looking to get that, like, some attention on that this year. And I'm not the only streamer that is focusing a little bit on male breast cancer. Although I will say I am focusing on a lot of other aspects of breast cancer as well, because obviously symptoms and signs is a very important part to me. So yeah, we're focusing on a few bits, but yeah, it's important to know that as a man, you can get breast cancer. And while it is a lot less common, you are less likely to get breast cancer as a man, you are more likely to die if you do get it. So yeah, keep an eye out on them. Know what's normal for you. And if you notice any of your mates saying things like, you know, I care about breast cancer because I want to protect the women in my life, ask if they want to protect the men in their life as well, because men get breast cancer too. Just that little like quip like that could end up saving someone's life. And it is really important. And that's kind of what we want to emphasize during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Yeah, hopefully that explains everything well. Also, we have the goal as a team, because we have a BOOBTOBER team. We have a BOOBTOBER team here, and we have the goal of raising 10k in a month. And as you can see, we've raised 6k in 9 days. We'd basically hit the halfway mark 1 week in, which is madness. So we've had so much support for this already. Massive thank you to everyone who has turned out, supported, raided as well. Massive support to Red Thread Kitty, who raided us while we were doing our breast cancer awareness stuff. I do really appreciate it because it gives me the opportunity to talk about breast cancer to a new audience, which hopefully if even one person can learn something about breast cancer from that audience, it means that they have a better chance if they ever do notice a sign or symptom. So massive thank you to you and to everyone else who has basically supported the cause. Really appreciate it, whether it be by streaming for BOOBTOBER, spreading the word of BOOBTOBER, talking about breast cancer during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, all that stuff. We appreciate all of it. Thank you so much. The outpouring of love that we get for this event every year is honestly stunning. It is amazing. It really is amazing. Here for BOOBTOBER, Multi, welcome on in. Yeah, like, it's important. If you're a bloke, like, I appreciate whenever a guy says stuff like, I don't want my parents, or I don't want my mother, I don't want my sister to have to go through breast cancer. Obviously it comes from a place of absolute love, and it's not to downplay that, but it is important, you know, if somebody is saying something like that, they might not realize that they themselves are also at risk of breast cancer. And when people don't know that they're at risk of something, it does mean they're more likely to overlook symptoms. Again, breast cancer in men is not more dangerous than breast cancer in women, so why are more men dying? Like, and again, it comes down to the lack of knowledge being spread about it. So there's lots of things you can do for Breast Cancer Awareness Month that don't cost you any money, and honestly don't even cost you that much time or anything, which is stuff like, yeah, just spreading a little bit. If you see somebody saying something about breast cancer that you don't think is quite right, challenging them on it. And also, yeah, just like supporting the people in your life, knowing if they're going through breast cancer, being there for them. There's actually been some really good, useful documentaries done by BCRF which talk about things not to say to somebody going through breast cancer. And there are some really, really good points in there. One of them, which I think you might hear a lot, oh sorry, is my music getting a bit loud? It might be. So one thing that you might hear a lot when it comes to breast cancer is people telling breast cancer sufferers that they're really strong. And a lot of the time, people with breast cancer, and probably other cancers as well, I wouldn't be surprised, but I can only really speak for breast cancer. I'm asking people, please don't say that I'm strong, because as soon as you tell me that I'm strong, I have to be, which means I can no longer open up to you. As soon as you tell me that I'm really well kept together, that I'm doing really well, that I'm like strong, that I'm a strong woman, I have to be a strong woman. And it's like, oh my god, and it's stuff like that. And BCRF has created quite a few really useful, informative videos about the ways that we talk to people who are going through cancer and why they can actually do a lot more harm than good. So yeah, toxic positivity, yeah, it literally is. It's like the whole, as soon as you tell me that I'm really strong and I'm really brave, I have to be brave because that's now what you expect of me. So one of the best things you can do for people that are going through breast cancer is to ask them before you start saying stuff like that. Hey, is there anything that I can do? Do you need any support? I'm more than happy to accompany you to the hospital. If you want any lifts or anything like that, please let me know. You know, especially if I'm going in the, I live nearby. If you need to be picked up, happy to pick you up. A lot of it is asking rather than just assuming and not, how's it going? Instead of, like, a lot of it's the language that you use around it. Instead of saying like, oh, you're so brave, just agree, like, when people say, I'm having a really hard time, yeah, it sounds really hard. It's one of the hardest things you can go to. If you ever need to vent to someone, I'm there for you. And then it's just changing your language around how you talk to people with breast cancer. That was one thing that we were taught to do, to be fair, a while ago, which is when someone is going through breast cancer, don't tell them that they're strong. Like, don't tell them that they're being really brave or that they're doing, you could tell them that they're doing well in the setting of the breast, the bra fitting and stuff like that, or that they're doing the right thing. But like, commenting on their mental health is just not appropriate, and try to avoid doing it because, yeah, it can actually really hurt someone's mental health. You might think, like, I don't think when people say to cancer survivors or cancer patients that they're brave, I don't think people are saying it out of malice. I don't think it ever comes out of malice. And people know that. But like, it can do a lot of harm. So yeah, if you take one thing away from Breast Cancer Awareness Month, maybe that's what you take away. Maybe you take away the way that you speak to people with breast cancer, or the way that you approach people with breast cancer. And again, not necessarily because there's anyone in your life that is going through breast cancer right now, but maybe there will be in the future, and you can say, oh, I remember when we were talking about that, and they mentioned to me not to tell them that they were brave, and to just to listen to them and be there if they needed to vent, and I'll do that instead. And that makes a huge difference. Like, little things like that. Again, it doesn't have to cost money to support breast cancer awareness. A lot of it just comes down to, like, readdressing how people talk to cancer patients and treating them like they're not these pillars of strength, and that they, asking them like normal human beings. Do you need any help? Is there anything that I can do for you right now? Even if it's just making you a cup of tea. Do you want a cup of tea? Like, little things. And again, I will say, if you want more details of that, BCRF has literally just like a month or two ago released a really good documentary, which you can !BCRF find on their website, to do with the ways that we address cancer patients. Yeah. Oh, they're happy to help. This charity means a lot because we lost our mum this year to radiation exposure while treatment. Oh my god. I am so sorry, Kitty. I'm so sorry. Cancer being one of those asshole conditions, it is so hard to watch someone go through cancer, and I am so sorry for your loss. I will say, in this community, you are not alone. You are not alone in this community. We have so many people here who know, they know what it's like. They know that feeling. I myself, I've seen thousands of women go through breast cancer. I've watched the horrible effects it has on your body. It is incredibly close to my heart, and you always have a space here. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't think you'll find anyone saying anything different, at least not in this community. We're used to it. It sucks. We hate it. And that's why we support charities like BCRF, because I'm not a smart bean. I can't cure cancer. As much as I would love to wake up one day and be like, I have the cure, I can do it, I can't. But I know that a charity like BCRF one day maybe could. And so I'll put my faith in them and the work that they do, because they've already had such good results that we don't one day have to have treatments like strong radiation exposure and stuff like that, to the point where it's really affecting people's lives. One day, I believe, and I believe in our lifetime, I really do want to believe in our lifetime, that is something that we won't have to watch our loved ones go through ever again. Oh dear. Rafiki, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We've just had a wonderful raid from Red Fred Kitty, and speaking of thread, we are adding some very fancy threads to our embroidery. Look how alive they're starting to get. We're getting there. They're becoming more and more alive. They were very dead for a while, but they're getting there. We're getting there. The colors are returning to their skin. We're having more variants. Mental health issues are common about people having life-threatening illnesses and chemo side effects. Yeah, it is. It's huge. Like, and a lot of the time as well, it's not about, how to put it. So one thing that we got a lot of in fitting is, I hate how I look. I hate how the cancer's changed me. I hate looking at this scar. I hate looking at this. And like, a lot of what we were taught was to just be like, you know, just to nod and be like, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. To me, you look stunning, but it's hard. It's really hard, and it will always be difficult. And you know, if you ever need any help or any hotlines, here are some people that you can talk to that will get it. I think one really important thing for people with breast cancer is, or for cancer in general, is knowing other people that are also going through it. And that's, from my experience at least, as someone who worked with a lot of people with breast cancer, that seemed to have the best response. Because, you know, people that have never been through breast cancer or for any cancer don't know. Like, we really don't. We don't know what it's like. We don't have those same concerns. Things are very different. So having someone they can talk to that is going through the same stuff, and there are a lot of charities in the UK, I'm imagining abroad as well, which will link up cancer patients to each other as they're suffering with it, and after, hopefully they beat it, to basically have those conversations that people like me and a lot of people in chat just can't have. Not because we don't love them, not because we don't want them to feel better, but because they need someone who understands what they're going through. I know, for instance, with male breast cancer, and I did link a couple of resources, that there are forums online that can get you in contact with other men that are going through breast cancer, because a lot of men really struggle to talk to anyone about it. Like, it's not just talking about the struggles of cancer, it's also just even mentioning to their friends and family that they're even going through it in the first place. Which means that sometimes your closest friends will not know you have cancer because they just won't tell people. And there are forums online that can get you in contact with other people that were going through breast cancer, male breast cancer especially, so that you can talk to them about it, because it's hard. It is hard. And I don't want to, you know, when you have no one that's understanding what you're going through, it's really hard. So having other men they can get in contact with makes a huge difference. Looking good, thank you! It's a big thing for men. Yeah, a lot of men will never talk about their health, and especially not with the people that they want to support. So there is like a lot of stigma about men supporting the household and the family and stuff like that. Women do fall prey to it as well, as being like, you know, looking after the kids and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stigma, and all of these stigmas mean that people are less likely to share the stuff they're struggling with. Mothers going through breast cancer are less likely to vent about the struggles they're going through because they do not want to burden their families or their children. And you know, it's very, very sad, because I think for most of us, like for me, if my mum was going through breast cancer, I would want her to vent to me. But statistically, she's not so likely to, because she doesn't, like, mothers historically do not want to burden their families. And the same goes for men, unfortunately. But a lot of the time, men feel like they have to be these strong pillars of strength in the household, which means struggling with breast cancer is just not on the table for them, and it's very sad. And again, it's another reason why when we're talking about going to the doctors in the first place, men are a lot less likely to do that, and thus often have worse outcomes than women, because again, it's a society issue. I don't want it to come across as I'm blaming men for not going to the doctors. It's not that. It is just very much how things have been conditioned to be, and it really is a shame. Like, genuinely, it's such a shame, and it ruins lives. I think, for me at least, if my loved ones were struggling, I'd want to know. And like, there's probably nothing I can do to help. I'm not a doctor and I'm not a researcher. I can't cure anyone's pain. But if it means I can pop over a little more often and make you a cup of tea or something like that, I can offer that. I can offer coming over and helping. And I think a lot of the time that's all people will ever want from you anyway, is company. And like, someone to keep you company on the days you're feeling too ill to leave the house. Someone to come over and make you a cup of tea. To listen to you when you vent about your stuff that's going on, and not tell you that you're being really strong, and just let you get it out of your system. So yeah, these are all really important bits of breast cancer as well, where it's like, it's not, again, and I think most people, when they know someone with cancer, will not go out of their way to say something that's going to upset anyone. And I don't want it to come across as like, I think you're all going to be like mean beans. Like, I definitely don't think you're all going to be mean beans. But I do think it's the kind of information that can really help if you've never had the experience of, you know, someone in your family going through cancer or someone in your friend group going through cancer. It's useful information. Yeah, and again, Breast Cancer Awareness Month is all about spreading awareness. So any extra useful information is a good thing. And I hope that you've managed to get a little bit of useful information. If not from my stream, then maybe from one of the other very, very talented streamers who is taking part in BOOBTOBER right now. Speaking of, if you would like to go meet any of the other streamers that are taking part in BOOBTOBER, if you want to go send them some love or thank for like the work that they're doing, the final link on the message that Nightbot just posted, you can find the whole team on there and you can go tell everyone thank you. Because they have been all working amazingly hard, like genuinely. I know I say this every single stream, but it's because it's true. They have all been working amazingly hard. They deserve so much credit. Like many of them coming into their first ever like experience with fundraising. They're doing it for BOOBTOBER, and like we couldn't be more lucky with the group of streamers that have decided to join us this year. They have been fantastic. And as you can see from the amount of fundraised, they've raised so much money, so much more than we were ready for in such a short period of time. So once again, they deserve a lot of love for that as well. I wish I could have gone on treatment for my mental illness, my chronic illnesses sooner. It seems to me like Gen Z men are less scared of going to the doctor than my generation, and we are less scared than the older gen. Yeah, I am hopeful that things are going in the right direction with it. Like, most of the men that I've talked to are, they would go to the doctor if like, you know, they found a lump or something like that. I think sometimes the knowledge of all of the symptoms of breast cancer can get lost, but at the very least, if they found a lump, I am pretty confident that the men in my life would all go to the doctor. So yes, and that's good, and I'm happy. That makes me feel happier than anything else, because it means that if there ever were any concerns, hopefully they can get caught really early. And you know, I don't think any of us want to lose anyone, and it's never anyone's fault when someone. I don't want it to come across as like, oh, you'll only die to cancer if you don't go to the doctor. It's like, no. Cancer is a dangerous thing. Treatments for cancer are still very dangerous. There are so many reasons you can lose someone to cancer, and the blame should definitely never be put on the sufferer themselves. But in an ideal world, as soon as you see the first symptom, I want everyone here to go to the doctors. Again, there's still the risk because cancer can spread really, really fast. It can be aggressive. And sometimes even if you go at the first symptom, you will still get it too late. But to give yourself the best fighting chance possible, that's all I could wish for, is that my whole community is, if they ever found anything they were concerned about, that they would go to the doctor as soon as possible. Yes. And obviously, possible would be different for different people, because some people have to pay for that. Some people, it might not be covered by insurance. So for some people, going to the doctor as soon as possible may be longer than me, for instance. Rafiki, do you re-hoop when you're done with it? I do! So they all end up looking like this, and I turn it the other way around, and it'll be in a hoop like this. There you go. That will be kind of the final hooping will be to there. But we're not quite there yet, because I've got a few more layers of detail that I would like to add first, to be honest. I'm getting there, but not quite there yet. Here's some cool beans. Alive right now, yeah! And even if you catch it really early, sometimes the cancer still wins. Again, it can be really, really hard. Cancer is one of those things where it can just be incredibly aggressive. And whether you get a very chill version of the cancer or a very aggressive one, you just won't know until you go see a doctor. Which again, is why it is so important to go see a doctor in the first place. Because there's just some information you cannot get without scans. And so the quicker you go to get those scans, hopefully the better your outcome will be. Again, there's never any guarantees, especially when it comes to something like cancer, but we can hope for you. Yeah. Now I have things settled, I need to sleep. It's past 6 a.m. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Take care. And again, thank you so much for trusting your community with me so that I could talk to them a little bit more about breast cancer. To be honest, I'm sure that you've already given them a thorough education, but if I can add any little nuggets of information to that, then yeah, I'm really very grateful. Hopefully I'll be able to screen for silent cancer without symptoms in the future. Yes. No, do not worry. I know what you mean. Yes, because a lot of, like, again, there are cases where people will never have a symptom of cancer and then suddenly will get very ill, and at that point it's often spread somewhere that isn't in the chest, and yeah, at that point it can often be too late to do anything other than to just treat it while you're still here. It's very, very hard. And again, the blame should never go on the person who is suffering with cancer. I don't know if I was clear about that enough earlier, so I do want to be really clear about that now. We are not looking to blame breast cancer survivors. That is not the vibe. But like, yeah, the sooner you go, and again, a lot of it does come down to the information spreading. A lot of men just don't realize that men can get breast cancer. And like, it's not, you know, it's not their fault, because like it is such a female leaning condition that you really do only hear about women going through breast cancer when it comes to the media. So it's important when we get on a platform like Twitch has a lot more men on it than women, especially as viewers. There's a lot more men than women. So on a platform like Twitch, getting on here and being like, if you're a man, you can get breast cancer, could save a lot of lives. And it is important. It is important. And I'm glad that so many people have come. So I'm just getting a picture of the signs on the forehead. I'm so glad that so many people have come forward and decided to talk about it, because yeah, hopefully it will make a really, really big difference in the lives of some people. That would be the hope. That because of your streams, because of the things you've done, that maybe someone will notice the symptoms a little earlier and take themselves to the doctors a little earlier. Yeah. That's the hope. That's the hope. And again, we do have a lot of specifically male streamers who are planning to focus on male breast cancer this year because of that. And because, again, it is very upsetting that if, you know, right now that you are just straight up more likely to die from breast cancer as a man. That's a very upsetting statistic, especially because it means that it's likely that some of those deaths would have been preventable with the right information being spread around. And information about male breast cancer being more readily available. So yeah, honestly, big ups to all the streamers that are including that as a part of their talk. A lot of streamers are talking about different things. Some streamers are talking about much more personal instances with cancer, which obviously then it is going to be a very different conversation and stuff like that. And again, big ups to everyone who is doing something more personal, because it is very, very vulnerable to talk about stuff like that. Again, on a platform like Twitch that can be quite judgmental. So honestly, good on you. To the people that are doing that, very good on you. Very brave. Braver than I could be. I'm one of those, I have been one of those statistics. I had breast cancer around 5 years ago. Did you? And I am male at 39 years old. Oh my God, Rafiki, I had no idea. Wow. Well, I'm glad you were not one of those statistics. I'm so glad. My God. Heck. Oh dear. And thank you for sharing. Oh my God, you are, I will say, quite openly, the first man then that I have ever met with breast cancer, because I was only working with women because of like breast stuff. It is like I do not talk about a lot. No, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And again, I'm glad that in your case, it was okay. Do you mind if I ask, before you had it yourself, did you know that men could get breast cancer, or was that just not in your field of vision at all? If you don't mind, I won't spread that anywhere else. It will be in this community only, and unless you decide yourself to share it among other communities, I will not be talking about your story. I'm just curious, for the sake of my own curiosity, if you knew ahead of time. Oh dear. Because I do sometimes feel like it is one of the few areas where I sometimes feel like men are a little bit let down when it comes to, you know, breast cancer awareness has done a lot over the years for women. And I do feel like there has been a bit of a gap there where, you know, again, it does affect women a lot more, but if it puts men at a higher risk as well, that's also not a good thing. There needs to be an in-between. Can we have more in-betweeny? I know about it, but never thought men could get it. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah. And that, yeah, that's when it gets really risky. I'm very glad that you've ended up all right and that you're here and we can still talk to you. Yeah, I'm very, very glad. But yeah, yeah, that is the risk. Unfortunately, if you don't know about it, how seriously do you take the symptoms? And in a society that already kind of lessens men for going to the doctor in the first place, there's a lot of like the whole, you know, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily true from a lot of places, but it's a feeling of being looked down upon for seeking medical assistance. And a society that already does that to men, to add on that they don't even talk about the fact that men can get breast cancer all the time. Yeah, it just puts everyone at a higher risk. And as well as having women in our lives that many of us would like to protect, that many of us want to be safe, I expect a lot of us have men in our lives where we feel the same way about, that we want to be safe, and we definitely wouldn't want to lose to cancer. So yeah, it's important. It is important. Thank you so much for the information. I appreciate it. It's always good to learn something new. And I did wonder. Sorry, my curiosity is endless and does sometimes get the better of me. I apologize. Please excuse me, I mean no harm. I'm just very curious. Oh dear. But no, extra specially, I am glad that you are here and that you are safe. and that you managed to get some assistance before anything got too out of hand. Good on you. I'm glad. Oh dear. No, it sounds stupid, but I know about it thanks to Family Guy. Actually, you're not the first person to say that, Spudsy, because the other day we were talking about it and somebody said it makes that one scene from Family Guy suddenly hit harder now that I know that that's actually a thing. And it's like, oh my god. But listen, if Family Guy is the reason that you know about it, that's fine. I don't care. As long as you know about it, that's fine. It's just like the gap in knowledge is what puts people at risk. I don't care how you learned about it. If you learned about it for Family Guy, that's literally fine by me. If it just means that you're a little bit safer, that's all good. It got my seal of approval to Family Guy. Thank you. Because I think genuinely, from what I can tell online, a lot of people, that was their first ever exposure to male breast cancer. I have not even seen it. I have no idea what this scene is, but people, all this episode is, that there have been a few times now that people have come by and been like, oh, wait, so like that scene in a Family Guy? And I'm like, yeah, probably. I've never seen it, but maybe. Like you said, if you feel like something is not right in your body, you need to go get it looked at. Yeah. It's not manly. It's not, again, if you're a man, and I say this pretty wholeheartedly, people probably do want you in their lives. Like your family, your friends don't want to lose you. And if that means having to take a trip to the doctor, even if the doctor says you're all fine, nothing is wrong, I think yeah, no one's gonna think less of you as a bloke. And if it does save your life, it's super worth it. It's all start one day that my chest would hurt really bad around the nipple, and it was so bad I couldn't put on a shirt. Which, yeah, is not a symptom. Again, not a symptom a lot of people talk about, like the swelling and the pain in one side. Again, you might hear that as a woman, but I doubt that you'd hear it as a man very often. And even as a woman, it's not the most common one. A lot of people think that the only sign that you'll see is a lump. And there are several signs that you can see. So yeah. Oh dear, it's very manly. It is. It's manly to go to the doctor. 100%. Oh dear. We love a man who goes to the doctor. What do you find attractive in a male partner? Going to the doctor. Going to the doctor when they need to. I find that very attractive in a man. A man who knows when they need to go to the doctor. Yeah, but I'm not even lying. Honestly, true. A man who knows when they need to go to the doctor is very attractive, because there's no fear of me having to like push them to go do something they don't want to do. If they're already going and doing it, hell yeah. Actually genuinely attractive. Even outside of a joke. Actually though. I feel like that's of any gender as well though. People who know themselves and will take themselves to the doctor if they're concerned without having to be forced to go. Very attractive. Oh dear. 10 out of 10, good trait. All right. I think I'm kind of happy with that. I really like the hair. That might be one of my favorite embroideries that I've done. I really like her hair. The only thing I'm like, do I put any extra detail on there? And I don't think I will. I think that's actually pretty good. I like the chest down here. It's like a little bit out there, but it's kind of fun. I really like the hair. The hair gives me a lot of joy. Look at all the color going on in there. Oh dear. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like it. I'm actually kind of a fan. I might put a tiny bit of gray, just a smidgen of gray. There's like a bit under the eye here, which I feel like could use just the smallest amount. Other than that, oh, actually, do I have a little smidgen left? Oh no, that's not a smidgen, that's a lot. Well, I've pulled this one out now. That's fine. Yeah, that's all what Breast Cancer Awareness Month is about. And we appreciate everyone who comes in, who supports, who shares their stories. I think, again, a lot of us have a breast cancer story, whether it be from ourselves or from losing someone close to us, because it is just incredibly common. And if you leave just a slight tiny bit more educated on breast cancer, either from my stream or from one of the many other streamers who are doing amazing work raising money and awareness of breast cancer, then we've done our job. Because that's the main thing. Raising money, an amazing side effect of spreading awareness, but raising awareness really does come first. And again, I said this earlier, but I don't know if it was in this stream or if it was in the one that's gone, the Yoinked stream. But yeah, if you are someone who has been raising money with us the last week, I have been lurking into most people's streams, and every time that I've heard someone talking about breast cancer, they have been really, really good. They've hit the important points while keeping the tone lively and like inviting for people to speak up. You've all done a really, really good job. So if you have done any fundraising in the last week and you're worried that maybe you have had like you've not said something correctly or something's come across wrong, do not worry. I have been listening. I have been listening to everyone's, and I can guarantee that you've spoken about it just fine. You did a really, really good job. Everyone that I've heard speaking about breast cancer over the last week has done a really, really good job. So no fear, you're all doing great. I've been keeping an eye just in case anyone was struggling, and I didn't need to. Turns out the only thing I had to help out with is some tech support here and there, because all of you seem to have it thoroughly under control. You're doing very, very well. So yes. Oh dear. There we are. I'm honestly very proud of everyone who's been taking part this year. They've been so good. And with so many people are doing their first ever charity stream, hell, we have 3 people aiming for affiliate. And one who has already got it. Another one I think will be getting it very soon, if I had to guess. And then the third hopefully gets it by the end of the event. We'll see, but they start their streaming next week. Oh dear. But yeah, everyone's been doing so good. All right, should we rehoop this one? I don't know if I want to do any sketching because I almost quite like just the plain background because the characters are so detailed. What do you think? Do we think we want a background? Do I want to draw any color on it? I don't think I really need to. I think I could just rehoop it. There you go. Scoot it out the hoop. Get the new hoop, which is a 4-inch, which is much smaller than the original one, but I think it should fit the design pretty well. Scoot the bodies there. And oh, this still has the packaging on it. 2 seconds. Some of them come with this like blue film over the metal bits, which I think is to protect the metal bits during travel, but it does make it kind of difficult to it looks kind of messy. I don't like having it on there, so let me just get that off. It's easier if I remove this. Oh, come on. There you go. If I remove that first, and then gone through the hole, but that's okay. There you go. See, that's like blue film. We don't want that on there. That's not going to look very good. There we go. And on the other side. Oh. I wonder if it's because I've been holding it a lot. I feel like I might have slightly melted it. It's very gooey. Ew. There you go. Get all that out. To be fair though, with it being gooey, it is sticking to itself, which is nice. Ugh. Ugh. Gross. Alright, get that out of there. Weird. Yeah. The other side wasn't that bad, but that side was very gooey. Alright, get that back in there. And get this on here. There you go. Oh, I almost had it. Not quite. Did I get the wrong way around, maybe? Come on. There you go. Okay, tighten that a little bit. All right, and then we'll start. This sometimes takes a few times, but eventually we'll get it where I'm like, I'm happy. And well, this doesn't feel very tight. Oh, but I guess it is. Okay. Where it's like, okay, it needs to go a little higher. And then I want that in the middle of them. And then maybe over this way a little bit. And have I gone too tight? I might have gone too tight. It's happened before. I can always tighten it afterwards, to be fair. Oh, still too tight. Okay. I thought I'd given it quite a lot of leeway. I guess there is quite a bit of embroidery getting sucked into the side this time. Maybe that's why. Okay, so if I do that and I do maybe move it this way a little bit more again. Oh. There we go. And then we just have to pull it really tight to make sure that all of it's nice and taut and the thread isn't bunching it up at all. And then tighten it, and then we'll pull it, and then we'll tighten it, and then we'll pull it, and then we'll tighten it. Until I'm happy with how it looks. Go. And
Now that's a lot
That's a
of damage.
lot of damage. It is a lot of damage, to be fair. Ledman! Hello. Oh dear, we're just finishing off this one, which is our Tish from JoJo, but also with their stand, because the stand is also pink. Alright, I think that'll do for now. I might, when I glue it, tighten that a little bit further, but for now, for the purposes of stream, I think I can be happy with that, where it's like, it's all gonna stay in place pretty well. Hello, Ledman, how you doing? We have just finished this little one. Look at that, to add to our collection of pink characters. It's looking pretty cool, huh? It's looking pretty cool. We have a lot of pink characters now. I really, really like the hair on this one. Like, look at the hair there. Look at all those colors. Got so many colors in her hair. I want to do more hair like that. That was really fun. It's kind of similar to this one, but like with a little bit more because of the more ends. I really like that one. That was really, really fun to do. I want to do another one like that at some point. Designing stuffed turtles for breast cancer to help the American Breast Cancer Association. I donate them to women that have cancer, and I made a quilt for them. Oh my god! Oh my god, Rafiki! Congratulations, that's a huge amount. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, well, if you can't hear me, I can at the very least put some applause in the chat. Jesus Christ! That's very heckin' impressive. Oh my god! Wow! That's a lot! Hell yeah, but well done. Very happy and impressive. All right, would you like to see the wheel? Here it is. It is that time of the day where we spin our wheel and see what the next pick character that we make, which will now be after the raid train, or like the last stream of the raid train. It'll be a little bit later on now. It'll probably be like over a week till we start this, but I can at the very least do this so that I can draw some sketches in advance and then we can start it on stream. So let's see. Will it be another pink anime character? I swear, there are others. Oh! It's Undertale! It's Undertale! Okay. That is our first not anime character. Although are they anime inspired? Yeah, they are. But is that not an anime character? I hope it's Mr. Bobby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It is in fact Mad Mew, which is a DLC exclusive Undertale, right? I believe character. They got added in like the Switch version, I think, but I could be wrong. Mad Mew from Mean Girls? Not from Mean Girls, I'm afraid. No. Oh, which does mean though that it's not rigged for Grobbit. So there you go. You've gone out of any claims of you being rigging it. All right, let's have a little look. I know there's a couple of boob streamers. I should stop calling them that. I shall stop calling them boob streamers one day. But I know we have a couple of boobish streamers. Actually, let's have a quick peeky to see exactly who is live right now, because I would like to get everyone open. All right. Oh, Isacia started like 8 minutes ago. Oh, that's a good raid target then, because they'll be around for a while. Let me send you all over to Isacia. What a time to come into a stream in the morning. Churney, welcome on in. We're actually just about to raid out because we've been going a little longer than it says technically because we had a separate stream that I had to delete. So I am going to be ending stream now because I did start about 5 hours ago, I believe. But we did also finish. We finished, look, a new one. More pink characters. We have more of them adding to the mix. So we are getting pinks and pinks and pinks and pinks. And I'm going to be raiding another BOOBTOBER streamer called Not Me. Oh my god. I nearly just... Oh, that would have been embarrassing. Named me? No, not me. Named Isacia. Oh, they have, I think, follower-only mode, maybe? I'm being warned that they might have follower-only mode, so if you can't type in their chat, it's probably because of that. Dakoba, welcome on in! You are popping by just at the end, but I still hope that you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. If you would like to grab a raid call, it's a great way of sending love to another channel. Quick, I have to tell you, you played Stardew. And it was the jelly dance. I love the Moonlit jelly dance. I know it's like not one where you can buy lots of items or anything like that, but I still really, really like it. It makes me happy. Even though there isn't like a lot going on in that one, I still like it. And it's like the end of summer and it's like, oh, that's good because I'm a fall person. I like autumn. Oh dear. No, grab a raid call if you like. It's a good way of sending some love to another channel. I will now not be live for 2 days because I am doing some behind the scenes BOOBTOBER stuff ready for the raid train. So I have a lot of organizing to do to make sure that everything with that goes well. So you won't now see me for a couple days, but when I come back, I'm doing 11 streams in 7 days. So when I do come back, you're going to wish that I'd go on break again because I'm going to be around quite a lot. So yeah, we have coming up the Raid Train event, which is what I'm leading during BOOBTOBER this year. It's where I put a lot of my time and consideration. So I'm very, very excited for it. We do have a full train from start to finish now, which is very exciting. And I will see you in a couple of days for that. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.